But online,
I'm asking if you can, under the $5 on the app that I scanned, and I'm asking for help because that's what it says.
and I did show it to you online where it's listed as $11, right?
But it says here, $5 though. So where's the disconnect?
Then
Where's the
proceed to check
disconnect?
out. But if it's not helping me,
Bro, it says associate can help, bro. Bro, you're no help, bro. You're no help.
you have to leave. Have a great day. Husband, say, please leave.
Huh? You don't know how it works. Okay, I'll transfer it to you. Void whatever you just scanned, get rid of it, because you guys should know what scan and go is, right? It says I can pay at the register, so it'll bring up everything that I have. You know what I mean? You take it, it's gone. Tried to do scan and go, told me to bring it to our register, but then it said to check the items, but I don't know. I'm just gonna transfer it to the register so it all comes up and I can just pay. Yo. That actually says I already paid. So my card is paid. Yeah, that's fine. So it says I already paid. So I'm already paid for. Yeah. Yeah, everything in the card. I'll show the guy up there. He's gonna check me anyways. Yeah, scan and go. It's supposed to be scan and go, not scan and wait. It's supposed to be quick. Thank you. I'm finding a price checker in here. It's a little tough. They have a click and find over there, but I don't know. If this Lego's like lower, we're definitely taking the Legos, and I gotta check out sneakers too. So full cart game all day. Let's go. $27. So we're gonna get it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that. Not something that I would collect. But look at that. Bro. Just look at that. We're gonna pay $27. That's a quad up. Double up. This place is unbelievable, dude. We got an extra large car right now. Mega profits. Let's go. All right, guys. Trip 1. We've got a lot of good stuff. Something posted over there.
So it's super perfect.
Says who?
Except my man.
Where is it over there?
And none of those rules are posted.
Right, none of the rules are posted, so I would just like to ring out and I'm gonna just leave. So,
Unfortunately, we can't. It's super perfect.
where is it posted?
It's a store rule.
Where? Where is the store
It's a
rule?
store policy.
Show me the store policy.
Eventually.
You guys have who's the manager here tonight? I just would like to speak to them. It's already in a carriage. If you could tell them in electronics.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Sometimes we do it just based on,
Alright, do you have a mask question?
I don't. That's okay. I know Florida doesn't have a mask mandate. I've been pretty good so far.
Alright, well, I cannot serve you if you're not wearing a mask.
We're literally getting all of this for $204.54. That's crazy. Oh, I'm already finished. I already finished it, yeah. Yeah, no, it's all set. I didn't want to unpack it, though. It's all big items. Yeah.
We have to know.
Yep, we already got them. Excuse me. You okay? You good?
Yeah.
You do this to anybody else, though? Just wondering.
No, I work.
I know you work. Right. Are you security, though? You guys the protection? Or are you just trying to, like, make sure to help people here? You know what I mean?
but you have to
Do you mind if can I get in there so I can scan the stuff, or?
No, that's not allowed.
No? I'm gonna need a little bit of your time, so if you're just gonna stand there and hold the games here, I mean, they're clearance items, I'm not gonna run off and steal them. Nope, I don't want that one. I want to scan every one of them, so that's why I'm saying, can you just stand there and I can, like, just do it really quick? This is becoming not very helpful right now.
Well, I can't leave the case unlocked.
I don't want you to leave the case unlocked. I just want to be able to. Okay, I don't want that one.
They're all coming up as they're marked. Oh yeah, these are with the clearance of the department manager with the map.
I need to scan the front of it because the barcode's not working, so I just need the little image scanner. Y'all able to grab the manager? No, I don't need to print it. I just want to talk to your manager.
You're sure? I am. Give me a second.
She's yelling out shit in front of everybody that's just uncalled for. So I don't know. Are you the manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So No, you yelled up front. You said, you yelled at me when I was walking. You said, you want to pay for the item? Like, am I stealing it or something?
I said you want the
I'm not
receipt.
stealing it.
I
No,
didn't
that's
ask
not what
you
you
what
said.
you
That's not what you said. You want to know why? Because we got cell phones and we get it on video. So what are you talking about? You lying. Stop lying. Right?
I'll be with you in a
Stop
second,
lying. So I paid for this item.
So it went.
A bunch of the
went
stuff
through.
here. I know it went through because I was trying to show you on the app.
Okay.
So I paid all this stuff right on the purchase, right?
Okay.
And then I needed to make a second purchase because I forgot I wanted to use my rewards. So I used this. I had $17.
Okay.
And didn't charge me anything.
Yeah, because that's the type of rewards.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's what I tried to explain. But she's trying to tell me I didn't pay for the item. And then as I'm walking, she yells out in front of everybody, "Do you want to pay for that item?"
And on the walkie.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear me on the walkie?
No, she called
Exactly.
me.
I called her.
Come on. It's cool, but like, you know what I mean? Don't lie. I know you're embarrassed, but it's cool.
I'm embarrassed.
All right.
I'm embarrassed.
But I'm good, right? Like I'm not stealing?
Yes.
Okay, appreciate you. Thank you. I'll be back in too. I gotta get some more stuff. Thank you. Easy, man. I'll be back in too. I can't.
We're not crazy, man. Just let us do our job now.
But it's not part of doing your job. You're being a little crazy, man. You guys counted 6. My man was right.
No.
He counted 6, right?
It's 7 there. It's 7 yards there.
But that's not 7, man. That's something different on the receipt. That's 4 different things, man. He already did his
No,
job.
but you have 7. No.
No, I don't.
Sorry. Did you just do the self-checkout?
I did.
Sorry.
Don't they do that at the door?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Had a problem yesterday too. I had to speak to a manager, but it's okay. All right, I fit 20 on here. I need to find another card to get the rest. All right, we got them. 32 of them, plus the Bujitsus. $10 a piece. We're gonna hold that big price. Let's go experience the Walmart red carpet special. See how good they treat us. Are they gonna tell us 20 items or less? Or are they gonna understand when I tell them scan and go? And the regular registers cannot. I mean, I guess they could, but I don't know if they could because I've been denied. So we're gonna go to self-checkout because that's what Scan and Go tells us to do. Just be respectful. I'm cool with that, Steve? Is that cool with it right now? I can turn it away if you know. All right, cool. We gotta be respectful. I see you peeking. You wanna be in it? I see you peeking over there.
What happened? Are you live?
Curiosity got you famous. You know what I mean? Ready? Watch this. Watch this. Ready? What's up, man? Hi. How you doing? Have a good night. Can't stop the hustle. He's probably looking like. There's no way. Whew, saying I don't buy my stuff. Who's saying I ain't buying this stuff, man? Like I don't buy my hustle. Come on. You guys know better. All right, cool. 323, we got 215. Oh, we got somebody chasing me. He's chasing me. He's like, hello, hello. What's up?
You see receipt? Can I see receipt?
Oh, there's no way you're chasing me out here right now in the parking lot.
Why?
Excuse me, unless you're accusing me of stealing,
You know.
there's no way, dude. Dude, you just ran down the parking lot.
I want to see receipt because he told me you check receipt. That's why.
You just ran down the parking lot. Oh, you were like, oh,
No.
right?
I just request you.
Check it out. Let's look at it together. Look.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
What's your name? What is it?
Rajesh.
Rajesh. My man. Have a good night. Oh, man, these people so lucky, man. Yo, homeboy ran from Walmart. See, this is why I love lives. You never know what's going to happen. Like, homeboy ran out of the front door like, sir. I'm going to take them all so they don't even bother. This whole thing's coming in. Wake up! Getting something for yourself? No? They can at least smile. At least 100 pounds.
They're not gonna be sold. Excuse me.
What is going on in this Walmart right now, bro? Alright, so we're gonna pay what it
Nose picker in the building.
And the barcode. Okay, 4. As long as it says that. 4. Have a good day. Ma'am, I suggest you let go, ma'am. Am I stealing? Am I stealing? don't want a lawsuit. Ma'am. 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 I'm telling you right now. Hey, get a manager, because the next call is going to be to my fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
Get a manager right now. Do it again. These Walmart ass clowns, bro. Walmart warriors at their finest, bro. Come on, man. They don't know who they're messing with, honestly. We're going to go back inside.
Let me know where you're from in the chat. Let's go! It's literally my favorite jam. Everybody always asks me where that's from, and I've never told a soul in 7 years. Nobody knows the deal with that track, and nobody ever will. It's a secret. It's a Hustleholic secret. Happy Wednesday. We said we'd be on Wednesday. Here we are. We got a special show tonight. You know, after doing a lot of these, bringing back the old school, bro, this is legit the hat that we used to wear out into Walmart, out into Target, all these good stuff, man. Listen, we got peeps in the chat. We're live on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Rumble in the building. We got a special edition today. Today, most, if not all, the videos are going to be resellers. Now, I know the title says brutally roasted, but I'm just going to give you a warning. It's only brutally roasted if it's deserved. We're not here looking to pick fights. We're not here looking to just over-criticize for clicks and views. Like, if you're trash, then you're trash. That's the bottom line. If you do something that I disagree with, I'm going to let you know. And we even have the GOAT on this episode to see what he's doing. We actually got 2 videos from the GOAT. If you know, you know. So, let's get into it without further ado. We got the time on the clock here. Let's get out without further ado. We've got our first reseller up. Fields of Profit. Now, with Fields of Profit, look, I've been critical of Fields of Profit, but I've also given him his flowers. I think the base of his content is good. I think he produces his videos well, but there are just some things that I sometimes, like any reseller, we disagree with. So it looks like he's gonna head into TJ Maxx. I haven't seen this video, and we're gonna see what Fields of Profit is getting, and we're gonna let you know if we think it's either gonna be cash or trash. Let's see what Warren's up to.
Forward side hustle that actually works. And ever since I started my Amazon reselling business, I've been able to sell over $7 million buying products from retail stores like TJ Maxx and other online websites. But a lot of people want to know what it's actually like to be an Amazon seller for a day. So today I'm going to take you on a ride along. We're going to go to TJ Maxx and we're going to try to find some products to sell on Amazon together. And to
see, he's like tells a story. It's like with my videos, I'm like, hey, what's up? We're going to buy some goddamn products, blah, blah, blah. He's like, he puts it all eloquently and nicely. Hey guys, I'm going to put you in the day of the life of a reseller, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there like, fucking buy the fucking product. Don't buy this trash, this music. This fucking guy's farted in my face. Like, we're so like, I feel like we're so unhinged sometimes. Sometimes I forget what it's like to sound somewhat normal.
To make it even more realistic, I'm going to put myself on what I like to call the lunch break challenge. So from the minute I step in to the minute I step out, I have 40 minutes. So you could realistically go out to TJ Maxx and get back to work on time. And by the end of this video, you'll see how much profit we were able to make, and you'll know exactly how to go out and find some products of your own. But that is more than enough yapping, because our hypothetical lunch break is taken. So let's see what we can find. All right, so I'm going to start by hitting the clearance section here. This tends to be where you can find a lot of just like easy base hits. So I'm going to set you guys right there. And so tactically, what I'm looking for when we get into these stores is to just pull out my phone and start pulling up things that, in our case, we wanted to start with clearance. So let's go ahead and start.
So
with
he goes
that.
right
Scan
to the
these
beauty
products on the Seller Amp app, which you guys can try for free down below.
Which I like the beauty. I like beauty. Let me make sure we do a sound check real quick. All right, we look good. We look good. We look good. We look good. We sound good. We smell good. We all good.
We can see exactly how fast this item sells, what all the reviews are on Amazon, and then of course how much profit we would make if we sold it. So here's the first thing I just grabbed off the shelf here. This is going.
All right, let's take a look. All right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to evaluate. Our metrics are usually, if you guys have been watching the channel, my metrics for buying products in any given category is up to 3%. So top 1%, I'm mostly going to buy it. Top 2%, we look at a couple things, I'm probably going to buy it. Top 3%, it's on my radar. It's still green to me. We're going to have to look and cross-reference a bunch of different metrics on different apps, but we possibly will buy it. So as I'm looking at his screen right here, he's got top 3%. He doesn't like 3% because it's red. Now, if he likes it or not, I don't know. Maybe he only likes to stay in the first 1% or 2%. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just his preference. He prefers to stay in a higher rank when he sources products. And that's okay. This one says it sells 2 a month. The max cost is $33.46. The profit's $45.18. A far cry away from friggin' Amazon Trapper making a penny on his products. But let's see how much he's going to buy it for. He doesn't have the cost price in there yet. Let's see what he got.
For $59 on Amazon, as you can see. It only sells 2 times a month, so probably not super worth it. Usually I'm looking for 30 to 50 as a minimum, but you do see, like, plugging in our $13 cost that is on this clearance item. This would be a $30 profit.
Now, see, this is something we may look at. We might look at this because it would be green for us at 3%.
We see sales very slow, so you could figure out if that's worth it to you. I'm probably going to pass on this just because that sales volume, but we definitely want to keep going, and I'm going to talk about my process as we
I don't blame you. I get it. 2 a month is super slow.
Anytime you guys see like these red like clearance stickers, that can be a good opportunity. And just because it's at a discount store, a lot of the other stuff in the store is going to be good as well. But I like to start here. So like this is the first item I looked at, right? The clearance stickers at $13. Price on Amazon is $17. So plugging that in, you can see we would lose $3. Not super interested in doing that. So let's keep on scanning here.
See,
and a lot of times
this is somebody
for, like, similar brands, maybe just stuff I haven't seen before. So
this is somebody who knows what he's doing.
This is going for $25 on Amazon. The clearance sticker on this is at $4. I don't know if you can see that. What's interesting though is I don't ever see the price moving on this, and I also don't see any new offer count movement. So you see how it's always like one seller. So that's interesting. Although I do see that the review count has been going up. So you see how it's increasing in the number of reviews. It means people have to be buying this product. The data is a little weird on this. Weird example to start with, but really good profit to start with since this is $4 into 25. So that's gonna off with an $11 profit right there. Let's see what else we can find.
Now I will tell you this. Warren, his name is Warren. Fields of Profit, I've been critical in the past because his old content used to be so fucking boring. So fucking boring. So far, this video is spot on, and I like it. And I like how he's explaining, he's showing you the numbers, he's explaining his why, right? It doesn't mean his why is necessarily right, but in this case, he's sharing with the public, you guys who are watching the video, some knowledge. So far, I like it.
That also makes me wonder if there's going to be more of this like Asian beauty stuff that might be profitable here today. Let's try this. You kind of get a feel for what products are good to scan over time, but honestly, I just recommend scanning as much as possible. It's like this is for $50. You guys can see on the cost price box right there. All of the fees are being included, by the way. So this is after shipping, after sales tax, and after we actually factor in Amazon's fees, even though in this case...
See, he tells you up front. There's no guessing, but we'll see if that's completely accurate. We'll see if it's completely accurate.
We don't necessarily need to be paying sales tax if you have a resale permit, but I'll put myself on hard mode just so you guys can get a really good example, making sure you're actually making profit. So let's see, here's like another one of these like Asian beauty type products. So nothing's found here. Whenever you see that, it usually just means that product is not even listed on Amazon to begin with. So we can just keep going here. Let's see. Okay, this is interesting. This is $10 in TJ Maxx right now. We can sell it for $29.
$29. Lowest FBA is $31.91. FBM is $29, and that's who has the buy box.
I see there is several third-party sellers on this, which tells me that it's probably at least mostly reseller friendly. Let's see. Okay, so the brand's name is on this. So the brand of this product is Bondi Boost. They also sell on this listing. Sometimes that can make me like not want to sell that product if they like don't want other resellers on the listing. In this case, I see plenty of other resellers on it and the profit's pretty good. So I might take a chance on this one, especially since, I see there's another one back up here on the shelf as well. And I'm seeing on this buy box analysis. So this pie chart is showing me everyone that's been making sales on this product. And it looks 9 hours ago, someone with less than 100 feedback made a sale. Just now, someone with 100 feedback. So lots of other
So he's using an app called Seller Amp, and slowly but surely Seller Amp has pretty much become the standard of cross-referencing your Amazon Seller app scans. Now you could use this as a standalone app. I personally use the Amazon Seller app when I scan products, and I use the Seller Amp after as a secondary app when I decide, okay, the seller passes the Seller app, I'm going to buy this product. I scan it with Seller Amp to make sure I get the metrics, the keeper information, all the sellers. You can see the offers there. Seller Amp is a great product to have. And quite frankly, it's become the mandatory second app after the Amazon seller app.
Third-party small sellers like us are making sales as well. So let's go ahead and add these to.
So look, let me see. So max cost $13.71. He said he could sell it for $28.79. He's gonna pay $10, so that's gonna leave $18.97 on the table. So between $18.97 and $8.02, it's about $10. So yeah, he's got the fees factored in there. That's for sure. He definitely has the fees factored in there.
The cart as well. Another 2 of those, so that's another $16 in profit. Pretty good start so far. In terms of what products I like to scan, I'm usually looking for things that can maybe justify like a higher price. So some of these are like shampoos and stuff. Hand soap is probably not going to justify being sold for a super high price. We could still check it, but I'm usually
We call that over here good subject matter. That's what that translates into.
focusing on things like those more expensive serums and that kind of thing that might have
Tetsumaki in the building. How you doing?
Let's see. Well, am I immediately wrong about this soap? I would love to immediately be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, so this is an 18 ounce right here. We can buy it for 6 and it's going for 21. Actually selling over 1,000 times a month. So we're definitely going to grab all those.
Now, normally I would love to go in beauty, but I am gated in a lot of beauty by Gay Ted. Gay Ted has me stuck in beauty. So until Gay Ted lets me out, I don't think I can sell beauty. There's like products here and there that I can sneak in.
And these are going to be $4 profit each. So we got another $12 in the cart there. Let's see. So they have some of these other scents as well. So definitely want to check those out now. So yeah, this one, for example, another $6 buy cost going for 21 on Amazon. We can see there's like plenty of sellers happening. So you guys see the buy box pie chart being shared between plenty of other small sellers like us. So we can go ahead and grab those as
standard,
well. So those
man.
are $5
The
each.
standard.
1, 2, 3 on the shelf right there. So there's another $15. Let's keep scanning. See what else they got. So they got a bunch of these like green ones here.
And let me tell you something else about Fields of Profit. He's got a DJI mic on his shirt. These guys used to talk in their friggin' wireless like headsets, like earbuds and shit. It would sound so tinny. I remember, man, these guys come a long way, man. Glad to see the quality has definitely ramped up over the years.
Obviously, whenever they have like a bunch of something, I always want to check that first. If you're doing this on your lunch break or something like that, it's a good place to focus. And ooh, okay, this one could be really interesting. So this is $5 on clearance right there, and it's actually $30 on Amazon. So let's see if there's some kind of a catch here. This is going for, yeah, so Amazon's been on it the whole time. Review count increasing pretty consistently, but we could probably undercut Amazon on this. And then right here on the shelf, you guys can see there's a whole bunch of these. See, 220-ish or so.
So also, real quick, I just want to tell you, as you watch these videos, when people say they've included shipping, a lot of people think that, oh, what do you mean? Amazon's only $5 in fees, and then what about shipping? Shipping costs like $5, $6, $7, and it's like, no, it doesn't. When you ship products to Amazon, you calculate your shipping cost by weight. And if you normally know your Amazon shipments, it's easy to calculate. It used to be between 25 cents and 75 cents. Now with the cost of shipping rising, you're probably looking at anywhere between 60 cents and $1.50 up to $2, just depending on where you're shipping it to, where you're shipping it from, what warehouse it's going to, how many splits, how you're utilizing the box's heaviness, the demand. I mean, there's so much that go into it, but it's calculated by weight. And then you take the weight of the box, you do a little bit of simple math with the products that are inside, and each product weighs X amount. You take the dollar cost that's per weight, and you add and blah, 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 and presto changeo, simple fucking math.
Be pretty interesting. If we do find that we're able to undercut Amazon, that'd be good to test. Typically, you can't compete with Amazon unless you undercut their pricing, kind of their playground, the hog with sales. But on something like this, since we have so much wiggle room to actually go and lower the prices, like what happens if we have to sell this for $20 under Amazon? We're still over doubling our money, and on the shelf there's 18, 20 or so. So let's just call it 15. Even if we have to lower our cost by 30% in this case, that's still gonna be pretty good. That's still like $100 in profit sitting on the shelf right there. So we definitely want to go ahead and pick all these up here. So off to a really good start. I got, what's that? 10 minutes on the raw recording up there, and we're already up to 150 or so in profit. Pretty good. Let's keep it rolling. I see these like anti-theft things obviously means that they think they sell for a little bit more, so I like scanning these as well. Even if we do gotta sit at checkout for a second, let them take all those off. Let's see, this one's not one to scan. Sometimes if the product is not scanning, you can also use this magnifying glass in the bottom right corner, and Seller Amp, which is the app I'm using to source, can like AI analyze these.
I never knew that. I never knew that Seller Amp had an image scanner. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I never knew that Seller Amp had an image scanner. See? So far, this video is good, man. It's teaching you. I like it. I like it.
products and maybe find a matching listing on Amazon. So like this one, ultra hydrating face cream. Actually, this could be a perfect example. Let's see. This is a 2.5 ounce, and yeah, this is a 2.5 ounce in my hand. We're buying this for, yeah, 10 bucks. It's going for 45 on Amazon. Is the brand on it? Trilogy. Yeah, okay, dang. So we have to stay away from this. Whenever it's just the brand selling on a listing, you want to avoid that because it's well within their right to remove you from that listing. We want to stick to things where we can see other third-party sellers having success. So let's go ahead and check and see some of these other ones here. Like this one, for example, we can buy it for, what is it, 13? Actually, yeah, this could be really good. Seeing plenty of third-party sellers on it. Who's on it right now? That is some random third-party seller, as you guys can see there. And yeah, these are definitely coming home with me. Yeah, so these are almost 30 bucks.
There you go. Winner, chicken dinner, baby. Let's go.
Right here. I don't know about you guys. I sell the whole day. Definitely gotta get after this online money here. And by the way, for those of you guys that have looked into selling on Amazon before, you've probably seen like the ungating process, like actually getting approved to sell these brands. I'm gonna show you guys that in full detail when we get back from the store. So let's keep it going. Let's check these things. These have been pretty good for us. And this like Clinique, 12 bucks. Amazon's on it a lot. This could be a difficult thing to ungate as well. So we can always check on the Amazon seller app to see if you are actually approved to sell these brands. So that'd be a good thing to look into as well. If you're like a brand new person, you're just curious about what you can actually sell. And there's also a ton of things that are auto approved for beginners right from the get-go.
Sheesh. Let's go.
So I know the comment section is already probably full of that, but I'm also going to be showing you guys a way to auto ungate a bunch of brands for free, again, when we get back to the computer. But let's see how much we can make with our budget today before we get after it. And let's see, we got another potential winner here. It says 10 bucks on the red tag here. Yeah, plenty of third-party sellers, 5 bucks profit. We're definitely going to go ahead and pick that up as well. So let's keep on going here. I see more of this Asian beauty stuff that's been working well for us. And let's see. Okay, this one's interesting. So the sales rank on this is super high. Usually I'm looking for the best sellers rank to be in the top like 2% or so. This is top 6%, so it's not the fastest seller. We can buy it for $6 though, so the profit would be over double. And the new offer count, you see, it's down from 4 to 3 recently. That means that most likely someone made a sale on this listing and ended up selling out. Plus, we also have FBA. So,
all right, this is where I'm gonna get. If he gets this, I'm gonna put my 2 cents. He better put that back on the shelf.
on this listing, which when you're selling on Amazon, you can either FBA things, ship them to the warehouse, and then the warehouse ships them to the customers, or we ship straight to the customers ourselves. And what you'll tend to see is FBA products are more so worth it after you've seen that it actually sells, because you don't want to pay Amazon fees to store the product if it's not actually going to sell. So the fact that these are all FBA sellers on this listing tells me that maybe one of them proved that it did already sell. And given how much profit we have on this, I kind of like this item. Let's see, there's 2 of these on the shelf. You guys maybe let me know if you disagree with me in the comments. But to me,
I'm going to let you know I disagree with you right now. Why would you buy that product and not the first one, top 3%? This one's top 6%. Let's go back and look at the metrics again. So the estimated sales says unknown, top 6%. You can make $7 profit. But the very first product was top 3%, told you that it made 2 sales a month, but you didn't like that. I disagree with this one.
Like this item. Let's see, there's 2 of these on the shelf down here. So you guys maybe let me know if you disagree with me in the comments, but to me there's always room. Like we could lower our price to 20 bucks if we have to, and we're still doubling up on this, and at the current price we're doing pretty good. So I'm gonna grab those as well. Let's see. Oh, and we got another one of these $30 bills hiding from us again down here. That's the nice part, is when you get into a flow, you start checking a lot of these stores, you'll start seeing the same products start popping up again. So this would be something to be on the lookout for if you start hitting other stores for yourself, basically. So here we got another kind of interesting one. It is $5.50 on the shelf. Profit is a little bit low for sure. So it's a little bit slow. Let me know what you guys think on this. I'm probably gonna pass there.
Profit, yep, $2.50.
See some of these here. They've got a bunch.
See, a reseller that actually tells you that $2.50 is not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. It's just not worth it.
He's down here, so I'd be definitely interested if there is some profit on this. Let's see, that one's got the barcode all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Sports Cars Jones, man. Top 6% is buns. It's booty cheeks. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely buns.
Covered up. We can use the AI photo analysis, but ideally, yeah, we can see a barcode sticking out like that. And let's see. Yes, this is 12 bucks. All kinds of alerts on here. Let's make sure they're not actually a problem. Amazon's been on this for quite a while. They've been the only person on this. We're buying for 12. It is a double up, and
double up. See, double up. Double up. I like that. But I'm just confused. I wish he compared that top 6% to the one he passed that was top 3%. You know what I mean? And the top 3% one told you it actually sold per month. This one said unknown, and he was just going off other metrics to see whatever. All right, whatever. I'm over it.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sorry if I keep sniffing and you hear it, man. I have like sinus issues. Something's going on all up here.
the shell. You guys are attached to my cart. Don't have the cameraman today, so hard to pan down there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to sell these for 35 bucks. So if we lower this to 30 and undercut Amazon, we're still making $8 per unit. But at that point, Amazon might follow you down. It really depends on the listing. And especially on this one, we can see a history of them like being willing to drop the price to like even 21 bucks, where it would not be interesting. So this would probably be a pass for me. You guys let me know in the comments if you disagree with me on that. But obviously, everyone's looking for different things there. And let's keep the party going here. Let's see, here's one that's looking interesting. Scanned it at 9 sales a month. Definitely not a crazy mover. We're buying it for $5.50, sells for $19, so it is a double up. Is the brand on it? Yeah, double up! Brand's on it, so even if we wanted to take a risk, we cannot. In terms of taking a risk.
Wait, why not? Why not? Hold on.
It is a double up. Is the brand on it? Yeah, brand's on it.
Brand's on it, but are there other sellers though? Hold on. Let's just go back for a second. Hold on.
Let's party going here. Let's see, here's one that's looking interesting. Scanned it at 9 sales a month. Definitely not.
All right, hold on. Let's analyze this real quick. Max cost $848. Buy box. One has the buy box, and then there's FBM. So there's only two.
Not a crazy mover. We're buying it for $5.50. Sells for $19. So it.
Okay.
Is a double up. Is the brand on it? Yeah, brand's on it. So even if we wanted to take a risk,
the brand has both of those.
I'm trying to take a risk on this lower sellers.
All right.
Let's keep on moving down here and see what else we can find. Scanned that whole little section there and pulled out what 180 or so in profit. Not too bad from one little section of the aisle here. Let's also try scanning this product. I'm also curious on this guy right here. I've never seen this brand before, and the barcode is covered up. So I'm going to use the AI image search.
I can't believe I didn't know SellerAmp had a damn image AI scanner. I never knew that. That's pissing me off. But I'm glad I found it.
Again on SellerAmp, let's see, it's going for 13. Environmental shield. Okay.
Top 1%, top 1%, top 1%. Which one is it? They're all good. They're all good offers.
These are interesting. So like 32, some of these are like $90 in this brand. Do you see how all these things we're scrolling past has one seller on it? It probably means it is sold by the brand. So yeah.
So when he says it's probably sold by the brand and he's passing because the brand is on it, he's doing that because he wants to avoid what's called an intellectual property IP complaint. What that means is if you get on that listing and only the brand's on there, they're probably 100% of the time they're going to notify Amazon, hey, we're the brand. We only want to be selling this. This person's unauthorized, not authorized to sell, and Amazon's going to hit you with an IP complaint, and you're going to get a blemish on your health. So that's when he says that the brand's on it, he doesn't want to buy it. That's why.
Plugging in that $13 cost here, it would be good, but the brand is on it, I believe. Yeah. So sometimes these could also be good for selling on Walmart or eBay if you sell on those other marketplaces. This one in particular, it's probably not selling for significantly more than we have it here for that to be interesting. If it's like a crazy high profit and you can't sell it on Amazon, then it's worth selling other places. But you'll typically find that Amazon tends to be the best places to sell most of this stuff, just in terms of volume and how many people are on the platform, profit-wise, that kind of thing. So let's see, this section of clearance definitely has a little bit less stuff, but still check it out. Let's see, Benefit has been a pretty good brand. I've sold some of this. You'll start to recognize like brands that you have sourced before become good things to come back to. Let's see, this is just like a toner or something. It'd be difficult. That kind of falls into those like product categories where it's difficult for it to be selling for a ton, at least from what I've seen. Maybe some of you guys know a little bit more about like makeup than I do, obviously, but I could be crazy there. Yeah, let's see, some of these like masks. Again,
I love selling beauty,
but a ton of success on.
Like I said, I'm gated in a lot of the beauty brands.
Amazon, and there's also some weird brands.
We can go check it out though.
Check it out, and yeah, checking a couple of these here, finding stuff like this on screen. Maybe it's sold like once ever. It's only gone for $8. Probably not. So we got one more section of clearance, and then I want to check some of these in the store as well, obviously. Let's see some of these. I don't know, interesting looking packaging here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, not a crazy fast seller. Going for $5.50 and sells.
Okay. Top 6%. This is the same BSR as the other product. This one tells you 6 a month. Now the other one said unknown. So we don't even know if it even sells one.
For 27, you can see a couple of those sales rank drops recently. So you see how the green line has been dropping recently.
So we know it
those
sells, right?
Sales on Amazon. So you know, I might check out something like this. So here's another one. Sells.
Okay, all right. So he likes 6%, but he doesn't like. And now this is 3%. If he puts this one back, I'm gonna be dumbfounded. Oh well, actually no. Put it back. Look at the profit. The profit's trash.
A month, we're buying it for 10, so it'd only be a couple bucks. I'm gonna put that one back. Here's another one of these that's pretty similar to that one that was just good. See, okay, this one's showing a negative 1 penny as a sale price. What that means is that no one is selling it currently. So like this, it actually used to sell for 23. We can see on the charts, plugging in our cost. Yeah, there's another $5 bill, so we're gonna grab that as well. All right, so pretty much checked out most of these here. For full transparency, we're 30 minutes into the recording, and we got another kind of interesting one here. It's going for $5.50 on clearance. Another one of these that doesn't have an estimated sales, but the new offer count has been dropping recently, so that means it has to have been selling. So plugging in $5.50. These go for 25. So these are gonna gonna be another 11 bucks after fees and everything. Let's finish up this aisle here at 200-ish or so. Like I said, 30 minutes, so not too bad at all. A couple of these familiar brands I've seen before. Just like anything advertised can be good, since obviously they're doing the work to make people want to go buy this stuff on Amazon, and we're just providing it to the customers. Let's see. Here's another one with some potential, I think. Yeah, going for $4. It only sells 8 times a month. Sells
top 2%. The profit's only $3.55. Now, you might say, well, he's already included shipping and he's already included fees. But what he's not including is his time, right? The time to prep, pack. Amazon's not labeling anymore, right? You got to throw labels on it now. You got to do all that stuff. So the time, I hope he puts it back.
for $15, $3.50 profit. Let's see, the new offer count went from 15 to 14 recently, but overall that new offer count's been going up pretty consistently. So since it only sells that slow and it's not even a double up in terms of our money, I'm gonna pass on that as well. And then you guys, I don't know if you can see it, but down here on the bottom shelf, they have some of these like bigger sets and stuff. I found some good stuff on these beauty sections and stuff, especially. Let's see, like here's a set. Okay, this could be good. Is the brand on it? In World Beauty, Selling Express.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure I'm gonna be using that. I had no idea it could do that. That's pretty cool.
No, this is Lucetta brand. These are $16 each, and they're actually going for 50. So this is gonna be a pretty good product, to be honest. There's two of these down here,
Top
so
1%.
we're gonna go ahead and get that. That's gonna be another $30 in profit from the aisle here. And then I also see these down here, mostly out of curiosity. Oh, interesting. Okay, these could be super interesting because we're dealing with some higher price stuff here. This is going for $89 in store, goes for $200 on Amazon. Amazon's all over it. Have we ever had any third-party sellers on this? We have, and they sold out, but that was a while ago. Let's see, like all-time buy box. Some of these people were able to get the buy box even while Amazon was on the listing. You guys see how they were able to undercut them back in the past? It's a little bit hard to see, but you can see by.
But how much? How much were they able to undercut them? That's the problem.
Look at the pie chart that they were able actually to make sales at the same price Amazon was, and there's three of these down here. So I would probably go ahead and pick these up, to be honest, especially since they're like this profitable. What if we have to lower our price to 180 to make sales? I see some third-party sellers had to sell at like 180. Yep. Somebody had to sell it at really 170. Undercut. It's like the cheapest they had to sell it. Even then, it would be like a $43 profit. So I kind of like these, to be honest. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and grab these here. These are gonna be, let's just conservatively call these like a $55 profit each, assuming we have to sell these at 180. But I'm thinking we'll probably be able to sell them closer to 200. So very good find here. That's gonna be another like 150, $200 in profit. So honestly, just this one clearance section here, pretty fruitful, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna keep scanning stuff off camera. I'll show you guys if I find anything crazy, but if not, next time you see me, we'll be back at the computer and I'll show you how to get all this stuff ungated and how to actually sell this stuff on Amazon, since obviously we don't make the money just filling up a cart at TJ Maxx.
All right, so now that we're back, we also need to get ungated to sell these things like we were just talking about. So let's go ahead and jump into the computer, because before you sell any products on Amazon,
all right, this is something that a lot of resellers also do not do, me included. I like showing the hustle and all that other stuff, but to be honest with you, he has an invested interest in this company, Boxum. If you notice, the shirt he had on sourcing was Boxum. So this must be either his company, a company he works for, a company that sponsors him. I don't know.
you have to get approved to sell those brands for the most part, but there's also just an easy button you can click to start, which is doing the bulk ungating option on Boxum. You can basically upload a huge list of products and check and see which you can get approved to sell. What I'd really suggest from the get-go is just to click this suggested ASINs button right here. That's going to check a list of a bunch of brands that are typically a higher success rate for new sellers to get auto approved to sell. It's going to check up to 5 brands per second. So you can see so far for me, it's checked about 20 of these brands. And so these are going to be brands that it went in and basically was able to prove that you're able to auto ungate these products, or you were already ungated to sell them. These would be brands that you have to use an invoice to get ungated to sell, which is probably what you'll see on a lot of products that you do end up scanning in store, which by the way, if you want to quickly, after you already were at the store, just go ahead and check and see which brands you might be able to get auto ungated to sell. Pretty cool. You can go into the history of your seller app account and see, like, I'm looking at some of those products we scanned at the store today, and I can see, like, for example, let's see if I'm approved to sell like this one. Let's grab this ASIN right here. I don't remember if this was one of our profitable products. Let's check it. So this would be gated. So this would be something where we need to go and get an invoice for that. So it's honestly a perfect example. Now, if a product is gated, it does not mean you can't sell it, right? It just means you need to go ahead and buy that product somewhere that you can get a legitimate invoice, right? So if I Google this product, I can see that we can get it like Ulta for $15, like normal price. So if we wanted to get approved to sell this brand, we could just buy 10 of these from Ulta and then...
Oh, wait. No. How old is this video? 5 days ago. No, Warren.
Submit this invoice to Amazon.
No. The days of 10 is over for the most part. Let me scan it and see if we can sell it. I'm gonna do a scan of what's on the screen right now, and I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna show you guys if it says, okay, ready, requires approval. So we're gonna try to get approved, and it's gonna tell me that, okay, at least one purchase item, blah, blah, blah. Show the combined purchase of at least 300 units. So that's big. And that's not updated information that he's telling you, but that's why we're here, right?
Knowledge.
We're here because we're going to show you 300. I don't know if you could see it, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to focus on the... It's going to be hard. I don't know if I can... But take my word for it. It says show the combined purchase of at least 300 units, not 10. Amazon has changed their gating strategies, and they really don't want third-party people to sell gated products unless you have a monstrous amount. So that is false. You need more than 10 for sure.
For approval, right? The reason why we need to buy things online to get approved and we can't use the invoices from in-store is that Amazon wants to see our address on.
And buying this from Ulta is very risky. Back in the days, and I'm surprised he's saying this at 5 days old video. Back in the day, you used to be able to use Target invoices, all that stuff. But Amazon's kind of caught up a little bit. And while it may slip through, it's not guaranteed to work all the time if it's not a direct invoice. So just be careful with that information
on that invoice to prove that we actually bought that product and we're actually allowed to sell it, basically. But just comparing your history to the Boxum auto ungate trigger can be super helpful, because let's say you just go out for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, learn the basics. You don't even end up buying anything. You can just come back and plug in a bunch of ASINs that you scanned from your history and see which were already auto approved to sell. So for example, like one of these toy products we were looking at, I plugged in and we were able to say, hey, we're already auto ungated to sell that product. And again, all this means is you're either already approved to sell the brand or Boxum just applied on your behalf and got you approved for free. And then once you're actually approved to sell these brands via the standard process or Boxum auto ungating, to actually make the sales on the products that you want to sell, you can either FBM those items, aka just ship them right to the customer, or you can FBA those products, which means box them all up and...
All right, Warren. All right, man. We gave you your flowers. All right, not a bad video. Not a bad video. There's some information in there that's outdated. And that's why I like to go through these, and I like to share with my audience to be like, look, the video was great, but there was some outdated information, but generally a good video. There's one product we disagreed with. Then we also disagreed with the 10, right? Like it was like 300, not 10. So with that said, we'll go into his other friend here. He goes by Flips for Miles. Again, another person who's really changed their production, their sound quality, their videos. Used to do a podcast show with really tinny audio. It was really hard to hear it. I gotta sneeze. Oh my God. I'm telling you, all in here, it's been all up in here like sinus infections. Very stuffy sinus infections. You might even be able to hear it in my voice. I don't know. Anyways, Flip for Miles, how to sell on Amazon for beginners. This video was put out 1 month ago and has 2,000 views. Let's see what the information on it is decent.
The past few years, I've sold almost $5 million worth of products on Amazon FBA, and in this video, we're going to go inside Marshall's and
appreciate the bless. Thank you, both of you, Sports Card and Tetsumaki. Appreciate it.
show you how you can get started making money with Amazon FBA retail arbitrage this week, step by step. Let's get into it.
Yo, I thought he just said with retard arbitrage. God.
Wake up! Good.
All right, so these guys like TJX companies, man. They like Marshalls. They like TJ Maxx.
Starting off, what actually is retail arbitrage, and most importantly, how can it make you money? So retail arbitrage is going into stores like Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Grocery Outlet, Ollie's, whatever type of discount stores you have locally to you, and finding name brand products to flip on Amazon for a profit. Most people don't know that over 60% of products sold on Amazon, literally I think 62% for last year, actually come from everyday people like you and I, third-party sellers just on our laptops finding products. And that's a crazy statistic. And the most interesting part is that most beginner sellers actually think that to get started, they should do it in a completely wrong way, either with Amazon wholesale or Amazon private label.
So I will confirm that too. A lot of people think that they do have to do wholesale or private label. But also, when people start selling at retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, they get discouraged because they're gated in so many products that they give up before they can even start. They get frustrated. They think that because, you know, resellers like us that have experience, sometimes we make it look almost too easy, right? And sometimes it is easy, but it wasn't always like that. We had to work hard to get that ungating section. We had to build trust with Amazon. We got to know our numbers when we're shipping things into Amazon. We have to know our numbers, our fees, all that stuff. So you have to learn how to read graphs, how to read other programs. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And, when somebody can't get a lot of money overnight, they get frustrated and then they quit.
Well, there's a couple different ways to sell on Amazon. Amazon wholesale is buying products bulk from manufacturers and distributors. That requires a lot of cold calling and a lot of money per product because you're buying stuff in bulk. Amazon private label is where you buy unbranded products from Alibaba over from China, and then you have to actually ship it here, which takes several months and typically $5,000 to $10,000 minimum just for products. And then once it actually gets here, you have to spend a bunch of money on ads because you're selling unbranded stuff.
Now, you don't have to buy ads, but that's definitely a bonus.
Meanwhile, with retail arbitrage, you can get started with as little as like $100 just scanning name brand stuff for your.
I started with $8. $8 I started, and I bought books, 16 books at 50 cents each.
We don't have to create our own product. We don't have to run any ads. We don't have to buy stuff from China. None of that. We're just finding discounted stuff, name brands, Pets Alive, Lego, Hot Wheels, stuff like that, that has proven sales history on Amazon. And this video is going to be your complete guide. What products sell best, how to reduce risk, and how to tell which products have sold well over time, how to find the best deals, what the best stores are for retail arbitrage.
All right, Miles, get to the scanning, bro.
Ship stuff.
Get to the scanning already.
A lot of beginners don't really know how to do getting ungated for these.
See, these guys like telling stories, bro. These guys go into like Mother Goose mode. Let's go. Let's start scanning some products. Let's show people how to make money. Let's go, Mother Goose. Let's go.
So getting Amazon's approval for the best brands and categories on the platform.
You can explain this after.
Arbitrage is scan products to see if they're profitable here. We can see this is on clearance for $8 right here. Over on Amazon, it sells for $23, literally our first scan of the day. $4 profit, 51% ROI, and that's after shipping, that's after fees, literally everything. But this product.
Ochi, I think that says Ochi. Ochi says, I hate paying premium price for a name brand item only to receive the discount store version. Yeah, I know. I get it. It's buns, it's booty cheeks.
Doesn't have adequate demand. We can see there's no best sellers rank or sales rank.
Again, seller ramp.
You want to make sure you only buy products with under a 200,000 sales rank. The lower the sales rank, the better. That's a number given to every product on Amazon that tells how fast it sells. And the app I'm using here, guys, is known as SellerAmp, which costs just $20 per month. You can go to selleramp.com and get a completely free trial. You don't even need your Amazon seller account open.
I got to tell you, that SellerAmp is, you need SellerAmp. It's come to a point now where you need it. You need it.
I definitely recommend getting open as well. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know your personal situation, but Amazon doesn't formally require an LLC to actually sell on their platform. And literally before you even get your seller account approved, which is going to take 2 or 3 days after.
See, one of the things that pissed me off about Miles, he's too goddamn green. He's too goddamn vanilla. He's like vanilla soft serve, bro. He's so like, yeah, and we can blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's great. That's great for like, pussy resellers. Resellers that snowflakes that are like, oh my God, please powder my bottom. They bend over like this and they powder their ass and they like that vanilla. Let's go, scan the fucking item. What are we making money or what?
After you apply for it, which takes a couple minutes, you can literally start hitting up these stores, guys, and get scanning products to start finding some winners here. This video is going to be your complete guide.
Let's
There's some
go!
rundowns and everything. And literally, it's just a game of scanning everything here, guys, and seeing, what the numbers work with. And then eventually you start to develop a spidey sense of what to look for and what you can go ahead and track down and what, when you come in the second time to store, the third time to store, different markdowns that occur on different products. And that's, significantly beneficial to start building that spidey sense.
So we got little tykes there, right? Is that little tykes?
This guy is $8. Okay, so this one is $8, selling for $16 on Amazon. It sells pretty well. It's got 30 plus sales per month. It's
50 plus sales a month, bro.
Got a good BS.
1%, top 1%.
Star or sales rank. The problem is,
yo, my man needs to take lessons from Fields of Profit, bro. We need to someone needs to send Miles a message and be like, yo, Miles, man, you got to get graphics, bro. I can't read that shit with my fossil ass. My old ass cannot read that.
It's just about break even. The cool thing,
profit, it's in the red. It's in the red. So no, that's not a good product.
Is we can see using SellerAmp not just what is profitable today, but we can also scroll down here and see what the price has been over 3 months or over a year, and that at one time this item was going.
But this, okay, so this, okay, listen, I get it. So these guys, Fields of Profit, Miles, a couple of others, they come from the realm of whiteboard content, right? They come from the realm of showing people graphs and education and learning and numbers and graphs and math and simple math, basic math, arithmetic, all this shit, right? So when they're reselling, they can't help but over-explain fucking everything. I just want to see you scan and what can we sell, bro? I'm sure Miles has like 5 other videos. He even Fields of Profit didn't have to over-explain. Miles, he probably has 5 to 10 other videos explaining how to use SellerAmp. We want to see the products, Miles.
Going as high as like 28, which would lend this to, you know, be pretty profitable at that buy cost. It's just not there today. So that's what SellerAmp does. It really helps us avoid risk and not have to worry about manually calculating shipping and fees and everything, because it already does that automatically for us. Yeah, $14.99 going for 25. That's not going to be profitable. A good rule of thumb, if you're taking notes at home, is that for something to be profitable, you're going to have to buy it for half or less of what it sells for on Amazon. So this guy here is $6. And if this goes for like 13 or 15 or something, it's going to be profitable, which we can see it actually is profitable right here. We got 88 sales per month. The profit is showing in red because it's a little lower profit per unit.
250. Yeah, nope. Good sales rank. Good sales rank. Good sales volume. Sales price. That profit though. 250. It's just not worth the time, man. It's just not worth the time. And he thinks so too. That's why it's in red.
It is just a cheaper item right there. But we can see here, yeah, like this is nice and stable here. Like this has made money pretty consistently like the past year, even as high as like 21 there and everything. So this is something that definitely is going to be a winning product here. And your basic
no, it's not going to be a winning product. See, this is where we disagree. You can't show somebody that, like, if the product is in red, okay? If I show you my app and the product's in red according to my metrics, and now I'm telling my audience that this is going to be a winning product, how the fuck does that make sense?
200K rank, 30 plus sales per month, $3 plus profit per unit in most cases, and a 30% plus return on investment. And then just making sure that that's been consistent over time too. Taking a look at the chart down here on SellerAmp to see that historical data. Found some of these guys profitably online arbitrage before, where we're buying products from Kohl's, Walmart, and Target.
Do me a favor. If you guys are watching this and you don't want, and I don't give a shit what anybody says, you don't want any product that's going to be less than $10 profit. You can sometimes go to 7 or 8 depending on what it is, but anything lower than that, don't waste your fucking time, man. Don't do it. Do yourself a favor.
That's what I primarily do, but you can totally do both. And online arbitrage tends to be a little bit more scalable. Meanwhile, retail arbitrage tends to have higher profit margins.
Okay, this is where I'm going to get pissed off now. This is where, you ready? This is where I'm going to get pissed off now. These guys were heavy online arbitrage guys, right? They were heavy online arbitrage guys, OA guys. And what they did was they were doing content on OA, where to shop, blah, 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 but nobody wants to fucking watch somebody surf websites. It's fucking boring, right? Like, yeah, there's few that want to learn and like, okay, in depth, and there's kind of an audience for it, right? There's kind of an audience for it, and I'm not saying they didn't do well. They know their shit. They're knowledgeable guys, right? But what they did was, at that time, they used to shit on retail arbitrage all the time. Like, oh yeah, you guys have to drive to the store. It's all in their content. They would say shit, you have to drive to the store and waste your gas and blah, 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 and your time and hours in stores. But when they realized, hey, Amazon's fees are going up and everything is skyrocketing to the fucking moon, I need a different source of income. And they knew that those OA videos weren't doing shit. So what did they do? They grabbed, they changed up, and they said, hey, we're going to do retail arbitrage videos now. We're going to go in the store, we can generate content, and that's how we're going to do it. And that's what they did. And good for them, right? But it's just, it's funny to see the history. When you've been in the game as long as I have, and you see people switch up, but still say online arbitrage, I'm going to listen to it say it again.
And online arbitrage tends to be a little bit more scalable. Meanwhile, retail arbitrage tends to have higher profit margins on a per product basis. But
I can kind of agree with that statement. The only reason why they say online arbitrage can be scalable is because you're minimizing your costs. But if you run a good YouTube channel, if you're making revenue off of showing people retail arbitrage, then I think retail arbitrage blows online arbitrage out of the water. So if you can couple retail arbitrage with YouTube and generate good income from both, then online arbitrage ain't shit, period.
But the nice thing is, guys, you don't have to do...
Which is why you see them doing retail arbitrage.
Just one. You can do RA and OA on your same account at the same time. And we can see like this item here, boom, look at that. Clearance, $8. Going for 21, so $5 profit, 70% ROI here. So literally for every dollar, sorry about the focus, y'all, but literally for every dollar.
Oh, well, at least you're not using your BlackBerry camera anymore. Listen, we got Chris says, Richie needs to do a video live from Disney World. That would be a riot. Richie on It's a Small World doing commentary. Hey, listen, I am going to go to Disney World eventually, and I am going to make videos. We should do, I actually plan to do in the Disney store in Disney World to see if we could do any RA there. Like, obviously as a joke, because everything is so friggin' rocket sky high. But I do plan to go to Disney World, and I do plan to create multiple things of content. So that should be pretty fun. I agree.
We would get $1.70 back. So putting $8 in, we'd get $8 back and that $5.60 profit. So
That's okay. $5.60 profit. I mean, look, he likes $5 profit. That's him. I don't like $5 profit. I mean, even if that's after shipping, and unless I'm buying 100 of them to make $500. Think of this: you're gonna do all this work. You're gonna buy this, put it in, and I know it's not a lot of work, right? De-sticker them, throw them in a fucking box, and call it a day. But at the end of the day, if you buy enough products like that, I don't know. I'm torn on the $5. It used to be good, but if it doesn't sell, there's no guaranteed you're going to sell it for that price. You might hold on to it, accumulate storage fees. There's so many variables that make that $5.60 $3, $2. Just depends on what you do.
Put in $8, get back almost 14. That's a nice example of winning product there, guys. And the name of the game with
and I hate that he keeps calling it a winning product.
Retail arbitrage.
Winning product is like $20, $30 profit. That's a winning product. That's a dinner, right? His version of a dinner is $5.60. Come on, Miles. God damn it.
Toys, grocery, beauty, pet supply, shoes and clothing. Like, that's the beautiful thing is, if you think about it, when you buy stuff on Amazon, you've never gone into the storefront of that Amazon store. So you can sell all different types of stuff. And these stores have all different types of stuff at them. And that's how you can go ahead and, really do well with the stuff, even getting started with a small budget. Check this out, $4 right here. Okay, not gonna like that one. No problem here. Let's see, what else can we go ahead? All we're doing is just popping in, scanning barcodes using Seller Amp.
Why is he accent his words? Seller Amp. And we're just gonna go right here. And we're just gonna do that. It's like the soft serve coming out, and then when you stop the soft serve, it has the point.
Knowledge.
See, that's very, very cheap there. Let's see. $8. Yeah, we need that one. Super cheap as well, right? And this is all we do here, just popping in, getting scans in, scan everything. When you're a newer seller, scan everything, because that's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to get a lot of reps in quick and see a lot of data come back to you using Seller Amp. And then over time, you start to learn, like, okay, if it has a yellow tag or a red tag here at, Ross and Marshalls and stuff, that it's on clearance.
Yellow tags, and yellow tags is clearance on clearance. That's what yellow tags are. Red tags is clearance. Yellow tag is clearance on clearance. And if you see multiple yellow tags, like if they put one yellow tag over another yellow tag, that means it's clearance on clearance on clearance on clearance.
Start to build that eye for things here. Let's see, it's this guy going for $4. Yeah, so $4. Interestingly enough, this big product's only 13 here. So this is probably clearance in some other stores as well, and some other sellers got to it this quicker than we did. And then so something a lot of beginners think is like really complicated or really expensive to do, or that you can't do as a beginner, is actually getting ungated. So getting ungated is how you actually get approved for big brands and categories on Amazon. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys the exact ungating blueprint and give you guys a big list of
if they do another box, we've already seen it on another
as
video.
You scan stuff, you can check for auto ungate using Seller Amp as well, which is a really, really good thing to do. But don't be afraid of stuff that's gated, guys. At the end of this video, make sure to stick around for that. I'm going to give you a big full ungating guide too. This brand I've done well with in the past here. Sometimes when there's a barcode covered here, you can go ahead and use the AI search recognition.
See,
using,
everybody,
Seller Amp right here.
everybody knows about that except for me.
Get a second look here too. You can also manually type in stuff as well too. So like if there's like a single pack or something that's good, you can always look up and see if there's a multi-pack as well. So we actually just got kicked out of Ross. Luckily that won't happen to you when you're just shopping there, but you want to be doing discount stores. So like,
did he just say we just got kicked out of Ross? Ain't no way.
Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx we're going to go into as well. Right up here, it's convenient. They're right next to each other, as well as places like Grocery Outlet. Ollie's are really good, and your local outlet malls too can be phenomenal as well. And over time, as you get deeper in the industry, you just figure out like your niche and what you like to.
I always find it creepy when they use the noise reduction, so you can't hear anything around you. You just hear his voice, but you know he's in a busy public place. And I get it. It's the sound quality is definitely better, but it's just there's something weird about knowing you're in a busy place and only hearing his voice.
Doing everything, but to start, go to as many stores as possible. Get your
like
scans in.
That's a serious noise
stuff,
gate,
especially anything with the discount tag, and you'll start to find some winning products. And so, because we're for the people, we're in a new store here in TJ Maxx in the beauty aisle. Actually, find a lot of good stuff in the beauty aisle because there's a really high perceived value to some of these things, and they tend to sell really quick. Like we can see, I mean, this absolutely flies here. Like this is $5.99 here. It's only $2 profit, but it's sell.
At least, is that Samsung gang or is that iPhone gang? That's Samsung gang, right? We like that.
Super, super quick here. So
666 BSR. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Another one.
We the best. And beauty stuff tends to be more on the side of low returns or even no returns for some products that you actually get. Or for grocery, you're literally not even allowed to return those products. There can be some good money in that. This I've actually seen online arbitrage as well too, this brand.
All right, listen, this is a good brand. This is a good brand. I think it's called First Aid. I'm telling you, I got an IP complaint from them. It doesn't happen all the time because I've sold their brands before, but they have given me an IP complaint for this brand.
And I don't think we have a barcode here. We could go ahead and do the AI recognition here. Let's see.
That's the First Aid brand, right?
Okay, yeah, okay, so it's different right there. And you might be wondering, like, we've found several winning products here. Why aren't we buying any of these? And it's just because
you're not buying them because you know they're trash. That's the answer.
I don't want to sacrifice the integrity of my Amazon account and show you the exact products here, but I'm going to show you the exact process and how everything works. Coming up, obviously, on gating, shipping.
I don't want to sacrifice the integrity. We've come up a lot of quality products. I don't want to sacrifice the integrity of my account, but I'm going to tell you they're winning products.
The people are worried about that, so happy to show you the entire process here. Let's see this stuff here, $7, and it just, you don't know what's going to do well until you scan it. Like this is $6.99 here. It's nice and profitable into 20. Usually people pay $20 for this on Amazon, and the reason they do is because they can't get all this stuff locally, or they don't feel like coming and finding it in the store.
Bro. These
and
are
they can
buns.
just get it next day or 2 days from now via Amazon Prime.
All I've been hearing is him fucking talking. I want to show us the damn
time all the time, and they just like that convenience, and they're happy to pay more money for this. The problem with this item is it sells pretty slow. It's a
390 top 4%. So that's out of our personal metrics. $4.99 profit. No, pass, bro. Pass.
400K sales rank, only 5 estimated sales per month. That's not good. And we can see it has
Buns.
a private label alert, which is not a sign to automatically avoid something. If it says private label, we need to go ahead and see if it's the brand on it, which we can see in this case it's not. Private label automatically shows with low competition, but this is something you want to avoid even though it's profitable, unfortunately. Yes, this one's a $1 profit. That's not quite there. Unfortunately, and
it'll take $2.50, but not $1. Got it.
Especially during January, February, and August, there's really good retail arbitrage clearance, which is an extra time to do retail arbitrage. And then, like I was saying, I primarily do online arbitrage. There's just more scalability. You can do them at the same time. And a special tip to actually integrate retail arbitrage into your online arbitrage when you find a good product. Say you find a good product on Kohl's. Most websites these days, you can see if it's in stock in your local stores and place pickup orders to get it in hand sooner. We found the good aisle at TJ Maxx that has all the red tags here. So this definitely looks promising here. Yes, we can see this has been in stock in the past at 27 here. So at 27, there's literally no sellers right now. So at 27, $10 profit, 150% ROI. This is totally good right here. So that's a great example of the type of thing we want to buy for retail arbitrage here. Let's see. 28 here is, all right, we are on fire. $10 here. Okay, boom. Yeah, look at that. $10 here. Okay. However, this specific item, we can see Amazon is on it. So what I need to do is scroll down.
Oh, God damn, I want to look, man.
$10 here. However, this specific item, we can see Amazon is on it. So what I need to do is scroll.
Right there. Okay. Oh, BSR is 2K, top 1%, $7.57. He's going to buy it for 10. I couldn't see what he was, I wasn't paying attention what he sold it for, but he said Amazon's on it. But still, a profit for $7.57 with Amazon on it, I'm not quite sure. Oh, $28 is the buy box I see there. $28 is the buy box.
Scroll down here and see if Amazon's sharing the buy box at all, which we can see in this case.
They're all over
literally,
it.
They're on it steady the whole time.
Pass.
The offer count movement, the bottom chart, doesn't really have much movement at all. This is the kind of thing we totally want to avoid. This stuff's insanely cheap, like $2 and $3 and everything, and it makes sense, that if people could avoid having to come in these stores and could just buy it online for a little bit more, it's why they do it, and it's why Amazon's such a big market these days.
Convenience.
Well, one sales right. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is very close here. Yeah. Very close. It is private label though. Yeah, there's one seller and it's Amazon, so we'd want to stay away from that.
He's so vanilla, man.
Ooh, 19. Yeah.
He's so vanilla. He's the type that you can't you be next to him and he'll like freak out if you're like, God, man, that price is so retarded. He'll be like, oh my God, don't say that. Oh, you can't say that. Like that's how vanilla he is.
Yeah, this one's not good. This does sell super quick though.
He's the Nick A30 of reselling. That's what he is. He's the Nick A30.
No barcode on that guy here. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, $10 into 28 there. Oh, only one seller though. You always got to keep an eye on that for the avoiding the private label stuff, guys. That's what's nice about retail arbitrage.
That noise
gate
he has is crazy right
and just
now,
see
bro.
a lot of data.
You ain't hearing
which is
shit.
so beneficial for people
Screaming
that
kids in the
Two
background.
expert RA
Nothing.
tips I really like are getting to know the employees at your local stores to have them tell you like there's any extra discounts you can use, or when a new sale's starting, or when new inventory is coming out,
Yeah, I
or
can
even
agree with
letting you
that.
into the back to get what we like to call in the Amazon community backroom access as well.
I don't know if you really get backroom. I've never had backroom access. Matter of fact, I've been kicked out of Walmart because, Walmart's back room because I went to the back. You cannot be back here. Goodwill, I've been to the back. Libraries, I've been to the back to scan books, but not retail stores. But maybe there are some people that will let you do that.
And another really good tip is getting what's called a tax exempt permit, aka what's called like a reseller certificate. Each state calls it something different. It's where you can take with you to retail arbitrage or certain websites for online arbitrage, and you can avoid sales tax by giving that documentation to them. So just look up the rules for your specific state in respect to a reseller certificate. It's very, very helpful to get that locked and loaded. So this is an interesting example because plugging in $9.99 here, this is not good. But if we take a look down here historically, we can see this was really good when it was first listed on Amazon. So sometimes you can be early to products where this was moving for like
On Amazon?
$33.
Is that on Amazon
which
for
is
$33?
super profitable. Yeah, literally a double of our money. So you can take a look historically. Like sometimes you might leave something, but like take a mental note that like if the price goes up when you come back, or if the price gets cheaper when you come back. And that's why you get into this. You can't just go to stores once. You have to scan everything. You have to get your feet. Well, you have to take mental notes of stuff. And then eventually, as an experienced seller, you have tons of like ninja and spidey senses for what's good, what isn't, what the
I would love to see what Miles is like not on the camera. I would love to see how if somebody fucks up his food order, like at a fast food place or a salad place, or maybe he's vegan, I don't know. But like say he goes to like the vegan sandwich shop, right? And he wants to get his I don't know, Spam turkey burger, and the buns aren't even bread. It's like made of lettuce, right? And he goes up and they like totally mess up his order. I bet you he's the type of, what do you mean? I need my food now. Like he's like, I bet you he has this like hidden personality where he just is like a little prick. There's no way he's this nice in real life.
The buy cost needs to be on certain things. You build relationships with store employees. That's how you build a good business or side hustle. And I get asked all the time, like when you find a winning product, how much you actually buy. And it pretty much just comes down to how confident you are in that item. But as a beginner, 3 to 10 typically different things. But if you're going to merchant fulfill something, sell it Amazon FBM, where you ship it directly to the customer, which you can do FBA and FBM at the same time on the same account. You can literally buy one of stuff. Like I remember being so not confident in myself when I got started, I would buy just one of certain things. And then Amazon FBA, where you ship products in bulk to the Amazon warehouse, that's when you want to do stuff in bulk. It typically waits you have a little bit, or not necessarily in bulk, but until you have a little bit more of a full box. So typically 5 to 10 different things, but you can ship
I'm sorry I
multiple
put you
products
guys through this
in the
video.
same
I'm
box at
sorry.
the same time. So, just a
I'm
full
sorry,
box
I
total
apologize.
products. And remember guys, shipping is already factored in on SellerAmp too as well. So you don't have to do any.
I thought for sure because he's buddies with the other one there, Fields of Profit. I thought he would have had the graphics up. We could have analyzed it a little better. My bad. I apologize.
Like crazy calculations on SellerAmp to get to the bottom of what you're actually going to make on a product either. As well, surprised that guy didn't scan, but it did not right there. And then a shipping tip, guys, is this is good here. Yeah, about $3 profit right there. BSR is 2%, but it's under 90. Or it's under 200 case. This is
profit $2.64. Booty cheeks.
Good, even though it says like 2% shows in red here. And we can see, price is even hopping up as high as like 19.
The problem is they can't find good enough products. They can't find good enough products with a higher profit margin.
A good shipping tip, guys.
So they're
is that
showing you
USPS
shit for like
and
$2,
UPS
$3,
actually give
bro.
out free shipping supplies on their website. USPS.
Why does he keep talking like this on the website? They actually give you free things on their website? There could be a small chance he might swing for the other. I won't even say it. We're gonna, we ain't gonna go down that road.
In the form of free boxes, so definitely just Google USPS free shipping supplies and get those. UPS in the form of certain supplies, and especially the shipping label. So go ahead and lock those down. Those are nice and easy to go ahead and get. You might as well get a bunch of free shipping supplies. Other shipping supplies you're gonna need for beginners are really just FBM boxes from Walmart, like 12 by 10 by 8, something along those lines, as well as poly mailers for clothing and things like that in 9 by 12 and 12 by.
Problem was that with USPS, if you get those supplies, you better be labeling it correctly unless you're shipping something UPS. I put things in those USPS boxes And I brought them to USPS with ground advantage, and they chase me out all the time. Nope, wrong label. We're not taking it. Blah blah blah. You need priority on those boxes because they're priority shipping boxes. However, you can use those boxes. I'm just saying. I heard that you can use those same USPS boxes and go to UPS store, and they'll take them regardless with a UPS label. Just saying.
15 from Amazon. Eventually, if you want to do Amazon FBA, I think it makes a lot of sense to do Amazon FBM, primarily when you're a beginner. You're also going to need SKU labels.
And I disagree with that too. I think it's better to do FBA as a beginner and continue to do FBA until you learn FBM and shipping and weight and all that other stuff. Because FBA, you don't have to think. You just have to know a couple of things, a couple of sales metrics. You just have to know a couple of things of information. You just send your product in and technically forget it. Now, do you always just send it and forget it? No, because there's repricers involved. Amazon is not static. Amazon's a dynamic pricing marketplace. So, yeah.
And transparent poly bags for FBA, you can also get those on Amazon as well. And remember, guys, it's not what you think sells well. Like, you scan stuff that looks like name brand, but you probably don't know what name brand pet supplies look like if you're not really experienced with that. If you're a guy, you don't know what name brand beauty looks like. That's why you got to scan everything and learn. Sesame Street, we can all agree, is name brand here, and we can see this is going for 13, selling for 20 out on Amazon. No sales rank, but there are a bunch of reviews. This is probably good. And then I can scroll down here and see that this totally does sell, considering I can see there being some good offer count movement there on the bottom. So this is totally an example of a winning product. That's the name of the game. So we just hit up on Marshalls and TJ Maxx to find discounted products to flip on Amazon for a profit. But we live in Florida. I've even heard of people finding good stuff at Publix and really anywhere that there's name brand products can be good. You're not just going to go.
You just say he lives in Florida?
Go in there and scan everything, though. It'll typically be like more of some special deal. Same thing goes for retail stores like Walmart and Target as well. But there's profit everywhere. So now you guys know how to actually find profitable products.
All right. I'm done with this one. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I expected more from that video. I expected something way more from that video. There's a couple of resellers here that, let me see. There's a couple of resellers here that I've never heard of. Some of these resellers I've never heard of, and some of these resellers I'm like, okay, let's go to somebody I've never heard of before. This guy goes by Aftermarket Arbitrage. Let's see. This guy here. Aftermarket Arbitrage. I made 85 pounds. Okay, so somebody in the UK. I made 85 pounds an hour doing retail arbitrage. Real Amazon FBA trip. Let's dig in.
Yellow, testing.
All right, let's move on. He said yellow. Let's go. Move on to the next one. I'm just joking. Oh, God. Here we go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with another little retail arbitrage video. Today, we've got a spare 2 to 3 hours, and we're heading over to Bury just to kind of go to a couple of different retail parks, see what's about. We have just missed a crazy wave of the Brita filters. Anyone that's already in the server knows that some people have been absolutely cooking on those. If you're watching it, The Unknown, I've heard that you did very well, and I've seen in the success that you have
I didn't know what he said. He said the Brita filters, but he said the Brita filters. Okay, got it.
Absolutely smashed it. So unfortunately we've missed that wave, but instead we're going to be relying on a couple of the other leads that's been posted within Aftermarket, but also showing you the process of us finding our own, where we target in these stores, and most certainly what we can make profit on. So fingers crossed we do all right. Like I say, we want to see and give you guys a bit of an example on what a realistic 2 to 3 hours of retail arbitrage looks like. And we are playing with fire a little bit because it is 20 to 3 at the moment. So living in a city centre, rush hour traffic is an absolute nightmare. However, we're giving it a try. We've got some spare time.
Rush hour traffic is a nightmare everywhere. All right, let's go. Let's go scan some products, bro.
So we may as well try and make some money. Cut to Tesco.
Tesco. Now, Tesco is a place that I've heard quite a bit about. I would actually love to go to a Tesco. Okay, it almost looks like I'm not going to lie, it kind of looks like a car dealership. Almost. Tesco.
Oh, just got to the first Tesco. Why is it every time you don't have a pound coin or trolley token, you never require them, but when you do have one, you don't even need it? They tell you what,
That's a cart, my friend, not a trolley. A trolley is something you take on tracks. That's a cart or a carriage.
Can't get the staff, and she's very overpaid. Come on, you. So we've just got in here now, and when we're in Tesco, the first thing that we want to be doing is heading straight over to the reduce to clear section. What you'll find is, if cameraman, we've just walked in over there. Reduce to clear section is normally right at the front, well, the back end of the front entrance, if you can work that out. So follow us, basically.
Yep. Clearance aisle first. Clearance aisle first. Yellow tags.
So we've got these that we did sell a couple of weeks ago. Again, £3.90 discounted on the reduced clear. We will have to be quick.
Shout out Florida Man for following. Appreciate that.
Okay, because there is staff working on the shelf, but we'll pick these up, and the newbie that's up there that's discounted to £7.50, and we'll show you the stats on another aisle when we get back in the car. These Phillips pumping made simple, not sure what they're for, but they are discounted £12.60 down from £28. So there is a bit of profit on there, but not an awful lot. So as you can see, £1.94 profit, 15% ROI.
What is it with them not showing the phone close enough to the camera so you could actually read it?
For me, tying up £12.60 to make £1.94 isn't really worth it.
No, yeah, you're going to make
it. When selling on Amazon, you want to be aiming for anything
£194.
30%
No.
plus ROI. ROI
Crap.
is your return on investment. So for
Booty
me, although
cheeks.
yes, there is money, it's simply not enough for my liking. The main thing that we're going to be looking for is these reduced to clear stickers. So you will see quite a lot of them dotted about, but sometimes there's just not enough reduction. So £7 down to £5.25.
Nope.
What's that? £1.75 discount. Reduced to clear? I don't think so. That's just standard pricing. I guarantee it's cheaper than that on Amazon. Ideally, we want to be looking for things that say £19 down to £7.50, something like that.
Yep.
We want 50% and above on these discounted products. But when you've got an app like SellerAmp, it makes it so easy.
SellerAmp,
see? The barcode of the product.
Another one with SellerAmp.
If
SellerAmp is the
Amazon,
standard.
it will tell you exactly how many times it sells per month. You just simply enter your cost price. And
I can't see it. If you could show it a little closer to the camera, I might be able to help analyze your product.
As you can see, which pretty much backs up what I just said, it's selling on Amazon for £14.95. So even at the reduced to clear price of £12.35.
Top 1%, bro? That's a top 1%. But yeah, profit's trash. Yeah, okay, move on.
It's a no-go for us. So all of these just aren't discounted enough for our liking. So we'll go see if there's anything on the toys that we can profit on. So we've only got 4 units in the first store, so not a big haul, but as you can see, saving £45, and we're not leaving here empty-handed. So result, cameraman's getting all the angles today. So as I was just saying at the checkout then, I mean, we've not come out with a big haul. We came out with 4 units in the end. We couldn't really record at the reduced to clear section because awkwardly enough there was a member of staff unloading new stock.
Good. Well, then again, the UK has some weird fucking rules. See, here in America, you can film wherever you want.
But as you can see, got 3 of those Nivea sets, £3.90 cost price, making...
All right, let me see. Top 1%. Check alerts, eligible alerts, estimated sales 30 a month. Max cost for $1.41. That's $1.41. Where's my shit, bro?
£1.41 profit per unit. So I mean, it's what, £5.20.
He was just, see, this is what I'm talking about. He was just in there saying how £195 wouldn't be worth it. But £141 is? Am I missing something?
Any profit there, and then this newbie thing as well. And on this one, buying at £7.50, selling at what, £23.76, making £6.11. So,
all right, that's a little better. Making £6.11. Okay, all right.
£10 profit, £11 profit. It's not great, but it's better than walking out with nothing. So you've got to stay.
Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes you are better off walking out with nothing.
Stay positive. So we'll move straight onto the...
Actually, a lot of times you're better off fucking walking out with nothing. A lot of times.
Next one, and hopefully have some more success. So just got to the next Tesco. This is the warning press switch. So hopefully we have a bit more luck in this one. I was doing a bit of retail arbitrage yesterday and picked up quite a few bits, to be fair. So fingers crossed this one is more full than the one in Cheetham Mill. Just in the next one now. Oh, there is actually some stuff there, but again, looks absolutely shocking. As you can see, this is an absolute minefield, and it's
Hope
not
that girl's
really
with him.
promising. Like sushi, I doubt that's actually somebody's
Yo, all right. So Tesco is like England's like Walmart. That's what, because Walmart only has shit like that. You know what I mean?
But as you can see, £9.35. I mean, down from 17, that's not too bad. But we're just going to give these a bit of a scan, but not really got high hopes, if I'm honest.
Very depressing looking.
Didn't get that little bit on camera then.
Looks
However,
very depressing in there.
We both went to the toilet at the end, cut our losses, but Beth, women, should I say, have the eye and didn't really spot anything. And she picked up these Nicorette things. I'll show you one when we get to the car. They're actually pretty bang on as well. Picked up 8 units of them, and they're these Nicorettes. They was reduced down to £5.50. And as you can see, they're selling for £18. It does say V for variation, but
profit.
it is 100% variation, so 400 sales a month for this.
What does the UK call their cents? I keep hearing them say £5.60 or £1.90. Like, you know how we would say $1.90, $6.50. Does the UK have anything to call their, like, you know, after the decimal point? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, £4.80. Is that it? Well, what do they call it?
This one in particular, these Nicorettes always fly because everyone, well, a lot of people are willing to stop smoking. So we always do well with these. So well done, Beth. Got to give her the credit.
And the profit?
And no, cut. Home bargains. We have actually got some stock in the trolley already, but it is one of the products that has recently been posted in the Discord, so I'm not going to show you exactly what it is, but you will be surprised how many of these sit on the shelf, how quickly they sell on Amazon, and again, it's just a case of clearing the shelf out of these.
Clear the shelf,
these
gang,
products
right?
because
Clear
they
the
do
shelf,
fly.
gang.
I will pop a screenshot up of the stats. It's only £2.
See, no. Booty cheeks, boy. Booty cheeks. As a buns. $2.66. No.
£50 cost price. They're selling for about £8.99 and they do fly. So we've just cleared the shelf on those. Got 29 units. So I think they're about.
Okay, wait a second then. 29 units. And if they do fly, I mean, he showed that little bit of information, but he didn't show the rest. But if they do fly off the shelf, then maybe buying 29 and profiting 260 might be worth it. Maybe.
Shy of £2 profit per unit. So you're looking at £60 from just walking into this Home Bargains. We got the £11 before in Tesco, so we're at about 70 quid. I did put 30 quid of fuel in the car, but I mean, that will cover more than the trip that we're doing today and tomorrow, day after. As you can see here, there's this product that looks as if it would be really good. £5.99, saving £17. However, when you actually give it a scan with Seller Amp, what you'll see is
it's
that
not
it's
worth
got
it.
Unknown BSR and unknown estimated sales.
Now, that doesn't necessarily cancel it.
So
let's see how he handles it.
Basically, what this means is it's listed on Amazon, but there's no traction. So no one is.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You can go to the next metric. Go to like reviews. If there's reviews, then obviously it sells because people are reviewing the product.
Buying that product, so this would be one of those that would just sit in your inventory and wouldn't.
I mean, most likely you're probably gonna pass, but there are like 1 or 2 other metrics you can use to see if a product is selling.
Sell. So we want to be making sure that we're finding products that have a BSR, ideally 50k and below, and an estimated monthly sales as well. But these here, £4.99, down from 25, but again, just not got the stats that we're looking for. But there is these 99p, so hopefully these have something across them. You'd think so. See, they've just not got the stats. Unknown BSR, unknown sales. Try this one at the side of it. So this is the thing, like when you're doing retail arbitrage, you can spend a lot of time scanning products that just don't give you the return that you want, or they might not be on Amazon.
Most of the time,
it's not easy. But
yeah. Most of the time you don't get the returns.
See, from what I said earlier, we have got a product that was posted in the Discord, so we're sort of keeping to one side.
I hate resellers that have Discords. And I have a Discord, but it's like a community Discord. Like, and I get it. They post deals in their Discords, and I get it. I don't know. There's just something about it that's just like seems very course selly related. But, you know, a lot of times you build community on Discord, but I don't know.
that we're going to make £60 off, and I've been selling these for absolutely ages, but it's now just a case of scanning through whatever deal.
Florida Man says, yo, the streamer said he wants to stream with you. He's live right now. His kick is blah, blah, blah. Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it, but maybe next time, or maybe we could set something up and go live together, but right now we're gonna handle these resellers here, but I appreciate it.
Deals sort of stand out to us, hoping that we get something. So
but hit me up.
Cuts to the scene.
I'm always down to stream with other people. I just like to know ahead of time. You know what I mean?
We find something good. Cameraman is on a roll, literally just after that last cut, whatever you like to call it. So £2.99 cost price, currently selling at £10.99. So there seems to be a couple of different variants. So that one's decent, 79% return on investment. And again, look, these are all just sat on the shelf. £2.99, 17 sales a month. So we'll get that. That's another one of the same one. This one is different. £2.99, £1.52. See, this one's not as good. Only 28p profit. So we're gonna leave that one. We've already got one of those. Clearing them all out. So that's it. Nice. We're having a pretty good day today. So I've just found these on the shelf, £1.99 down from £12.99. 4 of them there, £6.60 profit per unit. Again, only 15 sales a month. They're not all fast sellers, but when you're tying up £8 to make. I will tell you something though, on Kick, man, people always, there's so many bots on Kick. Nearly £25. It does make sense. 331% return on investment. You'd be stupid to leave it on the shelf really, because you're not going to get that return on the money that you've got in your bank within the time period that those will sell. So load them up. Just come out of Home Bargains there. As you can see, we've got a pretty decent haul, but because we live in an apartment, it's very handy for us to be bringing out like these big bags when we're like carrying them upstairs. Obviously, if you've got a house, it's easy to just lug them all in. But when you've not got a parking space at your place and you still have to lug them from a car park, it's best we need to stock up on these bags, and they're definitely worth it for when doing RA as well. So we're going to go to like the centre of Bury from here.
Ellen Sanito, thank you for the
we can pick up some of the same products.
follow.
Generally, like with Home Bargains and stuff like that.
Okay, all right, he's got some stuff. I mean,
they all stock the majority of the same products. Some of the slower sellers we probably won't get more of because we've sort of got a reasonable amount as it is, but stuff like what's in this bag that sells almost 1,000 times a month and is like 80% return on investment, we will just get as many of these as we can. So cut to the next scene. Just spawned in at the next Tesco. Again, cameraman / woman.
I don't know if I'm crazy about this Tesco, man.
Woman has found this one, so I think it's about £3 profit, but right next to some of the reduced stuff, there is this section. So we'll start scanning this.
This Tesco place, it kind of looks like
we'll get a scanner and we'll report back.
Ocean State job lot in Walmart if they had a kid.
Scanning gun. £29. How much did we?
Quid. He just said quid? 29 quid? Is it Australia or is this quid? So is it pounds and quid like we have dollars and cents?
Still decent.
Still decent. Right, we'll just check if we can sell it.
8 pounds and 99 quid? What a fucking weird name, bro. That shit's weird.
Because our seller amp's not connected to
quid
seller account at the moment.
What is it using to scan?
So we picked up a few bits there. There's around about £4 profit per unit on these. We've got 3 of them, that Bayless and Harding. Pretty much everything else on there isn't great.
What was he scanning
so we've got
with?
a few more little bits to check, and then we're going to move on.
He wasn't using
to
his
a few
phone.
other
I mean, he
stores.
was, but
so we have tried hair as well. We'll try this, but I imagine it's going to be private label. I'm sure I've done this before, but give that a quick scan. Yep, of course, private label. So just leaving that on the shelf. I think that's pretty much everything that we're going to get from this section. There is another one over there.
What was he scanning with? That shit looked like a handheld.
There, but it's all rubbish. So that's the thing, when you're doing retail arbitrage, it's key to be as time efficient as possible, just so you can make the most of your time and make as much money as possible within that time frame.
I can agree
it's
with
all
that.
good scanning all of these products, but when sort of as you progress with your knowledge, you'll know what is and isn't worth scanning. So on to the next door.
Is he going to go to
See
another
there?
Tesco?
Put that back, and I'll just pay this. We've just paid for those few products there, but there is a pharmacy here as well, so we'll just...
So that looked like Crew on Top TikTok is now following. Appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much.
Going to see if they've got the same Nicorettes in. If so, we'll
So
just
that looked
clear
like
them out.
that looked like it was kind of like one of those self scanners that you like pick up at the store and you scan your items and then you scan the register. It's kind of like a scan and go type thing. It looks like.
That's the thing, guys. Just rinse and repeat. Oh.
Tetsumaki says dollars and cents. Oh, dollars, bucks, pounds, and quid. So you could use, instead of saying pounds, you could say like it's cost 8 quid. So quid is like a different way of saying pounds, I guess.
No, bad news. We've not got them. Full price. Just leaving that Tesco now. We only picked up the 4 units. I did go back into the actual shelf to see if the Nicorettes was discounted, but it wasn't. So we're probably around about £150 profit, give or take, at the moment. I will do a roundup when we get back to the apartment as well, but we're going to go and check one more Home Bargains and Farm Foods, and then I've got a call at 1:30. So we've stayed within that couple of hour bracket, so a decent hourly rate if you ask me, and it's got us out for a little bit. We had some spare time, we've made some money while we're doing it. Hopefully we can round it off with a couple of good finds, and then we can call it a day. In Home Bargains now, and we've picked
Home
up
Bargains, similar to Home Goods.
4 of these in total. I've got one at home as well. These are the ones
That's
that
a
are
small
only 15 sales
basket.
per month. They're about 50% return on investment. Again, just sat on the shelf. They're not going to sell straight away.
Everything looks so weird when you're not used to looking at things in your own country. You start judging things. It looks weird, but like to them, that's what it is, right? Like if they were to look at some American stores, I bet you they'd walk into a Ross and be like, "What the hell just hit this place? This place looks like a friggin' earthquake, like everything's off the shelves on the floor." I mean, Ross is, unfortunate, but it's so weird just looking at these places when you're so used to looking at a certain thing and how stores, like a certain way stores look.
Again, can't stress that enough. A lot of these products that we're buying, some of the sales do vary in terms of the selling speed, but we may as well pick them up while we're here. There's not loads of sellers on, not loads of competition, really good ROI, so we've got margin to work with. So I'm going to pick those up. So strong £8 when we've walked in, so see if we can find anything else then on the way home. Just back at the apartment now, had a little bit of an outfit change because that's a nip somewhere as soon as we got back, but we didn't end up getting anything else from that Home Bargains, but we did all right considering we went out for a couple of hours. I think we did around about £170 profit in total, so just been boxing that up now.
Okay, $170 profit. He said he was out for a few hours. So let's just say 3 hours. That's about what, $55 an hour? Close to almost $60 an hour, right? 55 between there, 57.50, right? 57.50 an hour.
I'm gonna get that picked
Shout out Brian Graham. Hello, welcome to the stream.
up tomorrow because it is a Sunday today, so UPS don't collect today, so they're going to get picked up, shipped off to Amazon's fulfillment centres. But basically in this video, just wanted to give you again a bit of an insight on retail arbitrage. I know that a lot of our YouTube videos are very similar, but it changes all year round. So as you can see, no matter what the time of year there are,
no matter what the time here, no matter what the time, we always got time to make money. Yeah. All right, I had enough of that too. All right, Aftermarket Arbitrage. Aftermarket Arbitrage. How you doing? I'm from Boston. Let me see. Oh, this is a person we watched before. We haven't seen in a while. All right, we're gonna check her out. Let's see. We got Jazz Hustles here. We haven't checked out. Excuse me. We haven't checked out one of her videos in a while. Let's see what she's got. I hope the products she's getting not buns. Let's see.
In this video, I'm going to be proving to you that retail arbitrage is not dead. There's still money to be made out there, especially for the newbies. Hey hustlers, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jasmine, aka Jazz Hustles, and I am a 22-year-old Amazon seller. I started selling the beginning of January 2023, and I'm still going at it. As you guys can tell by today's title and by the back of me right there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I am at TJ Maxx, and TJ Maxx was...
They love TJ Maxx, bro. TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Nobody's going into Walmart. Nobody's going into Target. Nobody's going into Ross. What's going on here?
a staple store that I would shop at when I was doing retail arbitrage. I know a lot of people on social media are saying that retail arbitrage is dead. There's no way to be profitable. I am here to prove all of those people wrong in today's video. So if you are interested in learning how to resell on Amazon and how to source for profitable products at normal retail stores that you usually shop at on a daily and weekly, then I highly suggest you watch this video all the way to the end and make sure to like it up, subscribe for more. You already know what to do. Let's get straight into this video.
It only took 1 minute. And we're not done yet. We're still waiting for action. Hold on. This is the one thing I know. Ready? How long is it going to take to get into the video? All right. That took 1 minute 13 seconds. Now, according with YouTube standards, bro, YouTube standards, that's too goddamn long.
Okay, so I just went ahead and started scanning all the kitchen appliances for TJ Maxx. That's the thing that a lot of people don't really understand, that you don't have to scan the whole store in the same day, right? I would say go based off of each category, and if you're starting to feel discouraged and you've scanned most of one category, then just leave the store, come back again when your head is right and your head is straight, okay? So I actually found this product and it was actually $7.99. So I got free. TJ Maxx accepts reseller certificates, so then I don't have to pay taxes on this product, just because if I were paying taxes when I sell the product, then I'm gonna have to pay taxes when I buy the product too. So I'm basically gonna have to pay taxes for the same product twice, okay? So it's good to get a reseller certificate, but it's not required. It is optional, and it does usually require an LLC. It's usually cheap. It was free for me, and in Florida, I just went to a YouTube tutorial.
Again, in Florida. All these resellers live in Florida.
Online on how to apply for a reseller certificate in my state, and that's all I did. So when we pull up Seller, we're going to put in our cost price of $7.99, and it's going for $18 on Amazon.
Okay.
Now,
Hold on. We got it. Hold on. Total fees, $6.13. $6.13. That's not including shipping.
Cost price of $7.99.
Wait, estimated Amazon payout, $12.15 minus, bro.
And it's going for $18 on Amazon. Now, the only con about this is that Amazon is on the listing, right? Amazon's on the listing, and I don't usually like competing with Amazon unless I'm able to compete with the prices that they usually have it at, right?
Amazon's on the list and pass. I mean, look at that pie chart, bro. Just pass. For $3, I hope she doesn't get it.
So they are hogging it. I only have 3. I'm not like gonna buy a lot of this product for that exact reason. And then also the brand isn't on the listing, so that's good. These are gonna be the total fees, about $6.13. I would do this FBA, so I would be able to profit $3.88.
No. $6.13 are the fees. The sale price is $18. No.
And 48% return on investment. So in this case, Amazon is hogging the buy box, but I only have 3. Not too much competition on the listing either. Usually you want your BSR under 100K or a little over that, just because the lower the BSR, the better it is. I think that's it besides that one. So I found this first lead. I'm going to go ahead and scan some more items. Maybe I might look into some of the toys today, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. If you are very, very new and just looking into Amazon selling and you don't really know what Amazon reselling is, then you can go and head over to this link right up here, because I'm going to be actually, okay, so if you know nothing, giveaways, we do live Q&A, all these markers, these King Art, I've sold this brand before multiple times. Usually they have them at Ross, but that's why I planned on picking them up. So I scanned them, and they are actually $9.99. So $9.99.
Okay, let's look. $9.99. The sale price is $24.99, but that she could put that in. Is that actually what it's selling for, though?
99 cents. So I'm going to put in my Seller app. If you don't have Seller app, make sure to do so. This is the main product analyst tool that I use for all of my product sourcing. You can go to sellerapp.com.
Again, Seller app is standard.
/JAS or link in the description for 2 weeks free. So basically we see that these King Art markers have a great 21K BSR, 100 estimated sales. Max cost is the price that you have to find it under. If you're able to find it under $11.40, then you should look into it further. So my cost price is $9.99, not including taxes, because I won't be paying taxes for this product, and it's currently going on Amazon for $24.99 right now. You can also click Amazon and it will take us straight to the actual listing, and this is a set of 36, set of 36, $24.99. The only con with this one is that Amazon is on this listing as well. Now for this one, I actually might pass, and the reason is because it's been under the break even in the past. Okay.
And The profit is $4.27. It's just not worth it to me.
So the break even is basically the price that you're not profitable at, but you're not going to be making any money either. And I don't like it being existent in the past 3 months. So if we scroll down, you can see Amazon talking the buy box. But if we scroll down to the cheaper chart, we notice that usually the average price for this product is $16.96. We're looking at that. We're looking at the pink line, the buy box line, $16.96. That's not going to be profitable for us if it were to go back down and we had to compete with $16.96. So we would lose almost $3 profit from each one if we were to sell this at that price. And it might have to get to that because that's the average price. It's just currently right now at a high price. So that's why it's very important to look at the chart. So I'm actually going to put these back. I thought these were going to be a good winner. I was going to be able to make about like $4 profit for this product, 43% ROI, but this is a no-go, so I'm going to skip this one. Okay, so now I am in the toy section. Not going to be selling much toys because I'm not really a fan of TJ Maxx toys. The only ones I really look into are the ones that have red tags like this. So this toy is actually on sale for $4. And if we scan it using Seller Amp, there is another one here. We're going to put our cost price in $4 exactly, 2K BSR. That's good. Toys usually do well in Q4, and we're in Q4, so you already know they're about to go crazy. Bad. But right now it's currently selling for $19.58. Amazon's on this listing, but it's not as bad because there's a lot of other sellers on the listing and that are also winning the buy box as well. So it sells 100 times a month currently. We scroll down.
So this is what I noticed with a lot of these resellers. A lot of these resellers are showing shitty ass profit margins. Like, okay, I get it. Okay, 161% profit margin, blah, blah, blah. You could buy it for $4, it makes $6 profit, blah, 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 right? Okay. I just don't think that it's worth it. I don't think the profit is worth it.
We see that Amazon is bidding like 50% wins in the last 90 days, and then even less, 24% wins. So that's what you want to see. This is an ideal product that I would usually go for. So it seems like the average price is the price that it's currently at, $19.58. Okay, and the break even is $11.98. It has not been $11.98 in the past 3 months. The lowest it was $14.99. So let's just say it were to go back to $14.99, even though that was just a very small period of time. We're still 64% ROI. So in this case,
they make it sound like it's so big, like 64% ROI, but 64% ROI is fucking $2, bro. Like it's not like, I don't know.
I would purchase this one and I would price mine probably average. Actually, let me see, $19.58 is the highest it's been right now. I'll probably price it, I'm gonna say $21.75. I'm gonna price it at that because I feel like it's definitely gonna go crazier in Christmas, and I see that only a few sellers have their price at the $19 price and they only have a few in stock. So if it sells 100 times a month and it's gonna sell even crazier in Q4, I'm definitely down for it. So this is a good buy. Our total profit would be $8.31 per unit and 207% ROI. So resale arbitrage is not dead, y'all. It is not dead. Okay, so I want to look at a few more and we'll just keep it pushing. Okay, so I found another product that would honestly be good as FBM just because we're getting way too close to Halloween to ship this out FBA. But these, I've seen these multiple times and they're actually on sale for $4. Yeah, all $4. There's a lot here. You guys can see a lot. This would be a good FBM play, okay? But I'm not an FBM seller. I don't really like FBM. I don't like dealing with customers like that. So I'm gonna pass up on this one, but this would be a good one to sell as an FBM seller for now. So $4, BSR is 14K.
No, it's trash. But buns, booty cheeks, ass. $2 profit, bro. These people are working way too hard for $2 profit. And that's why they make these videos. You know what I mean? They make these videos because they make ad revenue showing you fucking booty cheek buys. That's what it is. Booty cheek buys.
BSR, 100 estimated sales. Max cost is $4.06. It's currently actually going on Amazon right now for, I believe, $18.91. Let's see. Let's pull up the Amazon listing and see.
I'm going to name my next live. We should rename the live Booty Cheek Buys.
It's a pretty in-demand product. There's a lot of different variations with it too. Yeah, so the small one is $18.83, and they also have big ones, but this is a different variation, but for $35. I was looking at those too. Those are probably good as well. But when I scroll down, $18.83, I'll probably just match it at the buy box price. If I were to sell this, $18.83. ROI is 113% ROI, $4.52.
Who gives a shit if it's 113%? It's only $4. Who cares if it's 113%? They make it sound like it's such a big number.
Profit, so you can just do the math on that. Almost $5 profit per. Now you would have to like toggle off FBA and turn on FBM and then include your shipping costs and try to see if it's, you know, still going to be profitable with your shipping costs. I'm actually coming out with a video on how to calculate FBM shipping. I know I don't do FBM, but I know how to calculate it. I don't know too much about the shipping templates, but I do know how to calculate it. So I'm pretty sure that video is going to be uploaded before this one. So if you are interested in learning how to try track or calculate your FBM shipping, go to the video right up here. But that's pretty much it with that. There's a lot of products here. These oversized products I don't usually look into just because it's more FBM. FBA, you're not really sending out any oversized products, but I think that's pretty much it with this video. I'm pretty sure that I've proven to you guys that retail arbitrage is still alive, okay? I could have done more, but I actually do have to get going soon. But if you guys want more retail arbitrage videos like this, make sure to let me know in the...
I mean, you showed us a lot of booty cheek buys, unfortunately. And listen, Jazz does have some good content, man. But lately, I don't know. These booty cheek buys, bro. They're buns. They're buns. Not a fan. I need a break from retail arbitrage right now. I need to look at something different. You know what I mean? If you guys ever seen that Instagram account of it's like wavy boats, and they show like people that don't know how to drive the boats properly, and they go up the way, people are falling off, they're like whacking their heads and crap and all that other shit. Bro, this content is like addicting to watch, because you gotta ask yourself, like, what made them do that, right? What made them do that? I gotta check this out. Never sit here at Hustleholics Inlet, and I know exactly where this is. This is like one of the most annoying inlets I heard. It's like a real tough, it's a real tough inlet to get in and out of. Like, you have to drive it a certain way. It's just, for whatever reason, it's just really tough. So let's check this out, man. We're gonna need new captains here. Oh my God, already. Steady. Ooh. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Oh, she's soaked already. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Going? Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you make it out? Oh my God, man. That's wild. Yo. We're still not out of the clear yet. She just got drenched, bro. Holy crap. Look at this. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, look how rough the water is. It's like tossing the boat around, like... Oh, here we go. Here comes the finance bros. Here come the finance bros. Alright, they're coming in easy. They're coming in easy. Dude, I would never want to come in and out of this inlet ever. Just after watching these videos, I don't think any captain can come in and out of this inlet smoothly. But hey, they came in smooth. Okay. Looks like he's doing a good job. He's riding the wave. This guy knows what he's doing. Okay. Another little boat, man. These little boats, oh, that's gotta hurt, dude. That's gotta hurt. Listen to how it slaps the water. Oh my god. Oh my god. This stuff is unbelievable, man. This is like down in Miami. This is unbelievable. Oh, look at this little fishing boat, man. The waves are humongous, man. Oh, of course, Boston Whaler. This is, what a tough inlet, man. I mean, look at the... Oh my goodness. It's almost like you have to, when the wave comes underneath you, it's like you have to like ride on top of the wave. That's wild. I mean, he's holding up pretty good, though. I mean, he's not doing bad. Good for him, man. He's holding up pretty good. Doing all wheelies and shit. Look at that, bro. He's actually doing pretty good. Okay. There you go. He's cooking, man. He's cooking. Right? This guy's trying to get out now. Oh. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy how Mother Nature can just toss you around like that, man. That's crazy. Oh. Like, I feel like some of these boats should have like, I've seen some of these boats like sink. These waves are unforgiving, man. They'll toss you right off, man. Right off. Look at this guy just cutting through like nothing. That's going to be at least a $2-3 million boat. At least. Just cutting. Cutting right through like butter. No problem at all, man. I mean, maybe the size of the boat does matter. You know what I mean? Like the bigger the boat, right? Because the wave's not tossing you around as much. But I've seen these waves toss around some bigger boats that it's just like, wow. That's a boat. That's at least a $2-3 million boat. Just like the waves don't even exist. Little fishing boat. We got a fishing boat here. The hell was that that just flew by the screen? I guess if you have a little boat, you're gonna go slower, maybe, or if you go slow, maybe it's not wise to go slow. I don't know. People are out swimming in this shit too. That's what's crazy to me. Shit. I mean, I can swim, but you better put a life jacket on my ass if you want to see me out on those waves swimming. It's a little too rough for me, bro. I'd rather go to a nice calm beach. Look at this guy. God damn. This guy's coming in hot. Just cutting him. This guy's coming in hot, bro. Holy crap. This guy, he's just spreading them cheeks, bro. I mean, spreading them waves. Hey, yo. Spreading them waves. Kick chat is mad annoying, bro. I'm about to turn off the kick chat, bro. Stupid ass fucking bots, bro. Thanks for watching, man. Sometimes he's got some crazy boats that you see. Let's see if, real quick. Let me just see if we can get some of the gone wrong joints. Let me see. They have Boca Inlet. Let me see. Huge Regrets, Danger Zone, Hullover Inlet, Ramp Fight. Oh boy. Before and After, Gone Wrong. Jesus. Stuffed here. Oh no, we just saw that one. Man, but there's a ton of stuff here. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, take it easy there. Let me see.
Here on Wham Bam Dash.
What? Wham Bam? Oh my god. Alright, we can watch this one. I want to watch this one. Because it's so relevant, it's like stupid. That's how relevant it is. Worst drivers of Florida, part 86 million, okay? Florida literally has the worst drivers in the country. Listen, I'm from Boston. I've driven through New York. Listen, Florida has the worst drivers, period. Let's check this out. Worst drivers of Florida, Wham Bam Dash Cam. Let's go.
Here on Wham Bam Dashcam, we've shown you over 1,000 dashcam videos sent in by our fans, and we serve up 20 new ones every week. Today, we're showcasing some of the craziest clips we've ever featured, so buckle up for Wham Bam Dashcam's Worst Drivers of Florida, Volume 1. This emitter watched a small SUV attempt to
Bradenton, Florida. That's on the West Coast.
Cross a highway and get T-boned by an oncoming car.
Bro, see, like people aren't paying attention, bro. Like you got people coming down this road and you decide to take that left-hand turn like a dumbass.
Our submitter noticed 2 other vehicles stopping, so he continued on. When he came back the other way 45 minutes later, police officers were reopening the road to normal traffic flow. Shelby sent us 2 clips, neither of them good. In this one, she was approaching a red light when the driver of a Honda bumped another Honda, which then Honda bumped Shelby's Kia Forte.
Oh. Chain reaction, bro.
Both Hondas were undrivable and had to be
I bet you they were texting and driving, bro. Put your damn phones down. Put your phones down.
towed away. Shelby's dashcam footage proved invaluable in determining fault, but it still took 2 months for her to get her car fixed. Her total repair cost was $9,100 US. Unfortunately, that wasn't the last time her Kia would be rear-ended. A week after getting her car back from the shop, Shelby was on her way home from work and was going the speed limit when the driver of a Buick following her rear-ended her car.
Dude, what the hell?
This time, Shelby had to have her car towed because her rear bumper cover was making contact with a tire. It took another month to get her car fixed, and the total repair cost came to $2,200 US. She wanted to shout out her parents for picking her up at 1 a.m. and giving her an hour-long ride home. Carlo was driving down I-4 when the driver of a white Nissan Sentra, who had been driving recklessly, cut into his lane, forcing him to leave the road to avoid a collision.
Dude. These These people are idiots, man. And look, they're just driving like they don't give a shit.
Carlo told us his hand was glued to the horn the whole time, but the Sentra driver didn't care. She then seemed to intentionally block Carlo from getting around her before speeding off. Carlo said when they were next to her, the Sentra driver seemed to be laughing about pushing them off the road. He thinks she did it on purpose. He reported her driving to the police and included this dashcam footage.
These people are idiots.
This emitter noticed flashing lights behind him and immediately tried to get out of the way. Meanwhile, he watched a deputy up ahead deploy a spike strip. A Honda sped around him in a turn lane, swerving toward the deputy to avoid hitting the spikes before racing off. Our submitter stayed put while several more law enforcement vehicles followed in hot pursuit.
Jesus.
The video doesn't show how the pursuit ended or even if the spikes were effective, but our submitter told us that they caught the guy.
Oh my goodness.
Justin watched someone run a stop sign very slowly. In spite of the swerving of the Honda CR-V driver in front of him, the other driver still managed to detach their bumper cover.
Look, look. People are idiots, bro. I can't even deal.
The driver of the Toyota then sped off, making this a hit and run. Justin shared his dashcam footage with the CR-V driver, but sadly, the Toyota didn't have a front license plate. Lane had just finished another day of school. On his way to work, he was going about 35 miles per hour when he was suddenly cut off by a propane truck.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Lane floored the brake pedal, skidding to a stop while honking. When he contacted the propane company to report what had happened, they didn't seem to think it was a big deal.
People, you know, these people aren't held accountable. And that's why they continue to drive like the retard that they are. Because they're not held accountable. They're just not.
John was headed to work one morning on I-95. As traffic was merging onto the interstate from the right, John merged left to give the driver's room.
Makes sense.
Sadly, he wasn't prepared for the driver of a semi-truck to merge twice, and by the time he realized what was happening, it was too late. Once contact was made between John's
like
RAV4 and the truck's
fear,
tires,
dude.
the force of the rubber on the side of the SUV held it in place and kept John from steering away. Once he finally broke free, both drivers pulled over. The Florida Highway Patrol responded and cited the trucker for making an unsafe lane change.
Dude, that's like my worst fear. Have an 18-wheeler come right into me, man. That's like my fear, bro, with these retarded ass drivers.
John is now waiting for a repair estimate, but he's already been told he's not at fault for the collision.
Look at that rubber, man. That's crazy.
Miguel was driving on a Saturday afternoon when he watched another driver turn left into the wrong lanes and end up facing the wrong way in a turn lane.
This happens all the time, dude.
After he honked at her, he watched her make a U-turn and end up behind him. Okay then. Marco had just left work when another driver merged into his lane after he'd sped up to pass them.
Oh, idiots. Idiots. Nobody looks.
Marco
nobody
tried
pays
to avoid a
attention.
collision, but when his front wheels hit the curb, it pushed him into the other car
dude.
anyway.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
that messes
nobody
up
was
your front
injured.
alignment, too.
Ivan watched a black pickup truck back into traffic.
Because these people don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. Florida is home of the fuck you, me first. That's their anthem. Fuck you, me first. I'm going to back out because you got brakes, bitch. Use your brakes. I'm backing out. You need to stop. I'm backing out. Fuck you, me first. That's the attitude of these fucking people. Crazy.
Incredibly,
and then they'll give you the finger too, like something happened.
A sheriff's deputy was one of the drivers forced to stop for the pickup, and he repaid the driver with a serving of instant justice.
Karma. That's ultimate karma right there. That's karma.
Tyler was reaching into the back seat for something when another driver swerved into his lane and stopped so they could turn left from a straight-only lane.
Oh.
When he swerved right to avoid rear-ending them, he was narrowly avoided by an ambulance that was in his blind spot. Amazingly, he managed to escape the situation unscathed. Watch what this emitter witnessed on his way home one night. Did you see that? Another driver continued straight from a turn lane and took out a sign that was in the median. Our submitter went back and made sure they were okay, but he noticed their right fender was heavily damaged.
Damn.
Will was driving on the first day of his spring break vacation when he was suddenly rear-ended.
Oh, man.
The driver who'd hit Will's Jeep Compass told him that a can of Lysol had become lodged under her brake pedal, preventing her from stopping. Thankfully, she pulled over instead of making a clean getaway.
AKA, she was probably texting. That's probably what happened.
Tori was headed to get gas before her second work shift for the day when her Buick Encore suddenly rotated, and she had to swerve to avoid hitting other traffic.
They just don't
Tori
care.
called 911, then got out of the road when instructed to by the emergency operator. The other driver took responsibility for causing the accident, and his insurance provider is handling the repairs to Tori's vehicle. The other car was undrivable after the impact. Thankfully, there were no serious injuries, although Tori is taking medication for back pain after being checked out at a hospital.
Of course she is. She wants that check. Of course she is.
This emitter was headed home after a long day of college classes when another driver suddenly entered the road ahead of him.
Idiots, bro.
Our submitter admits he was exceeding the speed limit when the collision occurred. Even so, the other driver admitted fault. Since our submitter couldn't find any damage to his Infiniti M35, they both agreed to let it go. This submitter had their dashcam running in parking mode while their Mercedes was in a parking lot. A clip was saved after the dashcam detected the loud noise of a Jeep colliding with a pickup truck. Our submitter told us both vehicles were there when he returned to his car, but he didn't know about the dashcam footage until later. If he had, he would have left a note for the pickup driver offering them his footage for an insurance claim. Isaiah was driving his Toyota 4Runner and was waiting in a center turn lane when he watched a pickup driver slam into the back of a car that was stopping at a traffic signal.
Damn,
Isaiah stopped and gave a copy of his dashcam footage
bro.
to the driver of the Hyundai Elantra, who seemed to be okay.
I
He
mean,
thinks the
I guess
Toyota
he
Tacoma
tried,
only needed a new bumper, but that the Hyundai was probably totaled.
Yo, the Hyundai gets rear-ended. That shit's totaled, bro. The Hyundai is pure ass. The Hyundai gets a little tap in the back. This shit's totaled, bro. It's a wrap.
Ruben watched the driver of a Honda race a yellow light and get awarded the T-Bone Trophy. A turning Toyota got Honda bumped by the speeding Civic and got a furrowed fender and a dented door. Ruben stopped and offered his dashcam footage to both drivers and the police, but they all turned him down. Evan was driving down a highway when a Hyundai driver, distracted by an accident scene on the left, suddenly swerved into Evan's lane to avoid rear-ending a Mini Cooper. Evan dodged onto the shoulder to avoid being sideswiped, but he wasn't sure if contact had been made. Thankfully, he couldn't find any damage to his Jeep Grand Cherokee after stopping.
Oh, maybe he didn't hit
Ricky
him,
captured this week's Tesla behaving badly, and it looks like this time the Tesla driver got taught a little lesson. When the Tesla driver merged into the side of Ricky's lifted Ram 2500, her door made contact with his tire, marking up the door but leaving no damage to Ricky's truck.
Idiot.
Both drivers stopped and checked for damage. Since Ricky's truck was fine, they both agreed to part ways without any further action, except for sending his dashcam footage to Wham Bam Dashcam, that is. Danny loaned his Civic to a close friend whose own car was having some issues and needed to borrow it to get to work for a couple of days. When he called Danny one morning to tell him he'd accidentally hit a guardrail, Danny decided to check his dashcam footage to find out what had happened. What he discovered shocked him. His friend had been driving at night with the headlights off, drifting across lanes and eventually colliding with a guardrail just as he'd said.
He probably fell asleep, dude.
At one point, he was even driving around a cop car, but the officer either didn't notice or didn't care about his reckless driving. Danny told us he's just glad that his friend didn't kill himself or someone else.
Yeah.
Fixing the damage to Danny's Civic cost $1,500, but his friend paid for the repairs. Stefan was driving home when a white car sped past him before weaving around other traffic. The next thing he noticed was a huge cloud of dust filling the sky to the right of the highway.
See ya.
The other driver lost control while swerving between cars, spun out, and went off the road. Stefan pulled over to check on the driver, as did another driver right behind him. They were shaken up, but not injured. They admitted their aggressive driving had caused the incident. Other passersby called the police, and Stefan gave them a copy of his dashcam footage when they arrived. Chris was headed to get a haircut when the driver of a Nissan Rogue failed to yield and turned across his lane. Chris stood on the brake pedal, but it wasn't enough.
Oh. Damn, he landed on the side, bro. I want to see that again.
Stood on the brake pedal, but it wasn't enough.
See, look. Like, you can't cross the fucking road unless you're sure no cars are coming. Like, what are we talking about?
When Chris's 1997 Toyota 4Runner slammed into the Rogue SUV, the impact sent the Toyota onto its side and totaled both vehicles.
Does that say Wham Bam on the license plate? I can't. To block out the...
Chris was able to climb out of his car's sunroof with the help of some bikers who witnessed the crash. Both vehicles had to be towed away, and Chris is sad that his 4Runner was wrecked with the odometer fewer than 4,000 miles away from 500,000 miles. When police arrived, they found the Nissan driver at fault. Chris used the insurance settlement to buy a 2005 4Runner. Anthony was driving down a
Jacksonville, Florida. Is this on I-4?
Florida interstate when he watched the driver of a...
Hold on. Did he just say I-4?
Anthony was driving down a Florida interstate when he watched the driver of a black Camry swerve into the express lane without checking for other traffic.
Yep. That happens all the time. Idiots.
The driver of a silver Impala chose the least expensive option, running down a dozen pylons rather than getting sideswiped by the Camry. As the Impala driver then blocked the Camry in an attempt to force the driver to pull over, Anthony told us he could see obvious damage to the Impala caused by the collision with the pylons. The Camry driver managed to get around the Impala and continued down the highway with the Impala following close behind. Anthony eventually lost sight of them both, so he isn't sure what else happened.
Yeah, you gotta be on the phone with the cops at that point, bro. And listen, and that's why you need to like have a dash cam and make sure that shit is running, because your next thing is to go to the police, and your thing is to report them mother effers, bro. That's what you need to do. Oh my god, man, unbelievable, the worst. All right, I'm gonna dabble back into hold on, before I do that, let me see this for a second. Boom. Why is this doing... I'm trying to... Let me see something real quick. Oh, it disconnected my YouTube. Why would it disconnect my YouTube, bro? That's so frustrating, man. Oh my god. Hold on, guys. All right. Let's see. Boom, boom. This should bring it up now. Hold on. Okay. All right. So boom. So now we should be good, right? So if I sign it, yeah, boom. It just, all right, something's wrong with the YouTube. But I think I'm going to shut off the kick chat, because these guys are idiots, bro. Let me see. All right, active. All right. Let's see if we can get involved. We're going to go back to the reselling for a little bit. All right. I don't know who this dude is or what it just says Amazon FBA for beginners. Retail arbitrage full tutorial. Somehow I just don't know. I just don't know. Let's see.
Can you make thousands of pounds shopping in your online stores by selling back on
Another one with the pounds and the fucking accent. Here we go.
to Amazon? Well, I'm going to show you today, step by step, how I managed to
I'm going to show you how to
do this, where I've made tens of thousands using this method, and how you can get started with as little as £100. Let's go. What you want to make sure to do first and foremost is find a local retail park, something that has multiple stores. As you can see, we've got about 10 different stores here that we can shop at.
Bro, you see his phone, bro? That shit looked like it was on its last leg, man.
All of these different stores allows us to manage our time so effectively we can bounce between stores.
Funko Pop gated.
And walk away with tons of profit. And we're gonna go to my first favorite store, Smith Superstores. So this store must have made me probably around £5,000 profit. I mean, it was one where I found a product that went absolutely crazy on Amazon, and all I did was find it from one of these stores. Now, before you do this, you need to have yourself Seller Amp SAS, as you can see on the screen. And this is...
Can we just take a look at this guy's phone, bro? When your phone looks like that, right? I'm being dead. Listen, I get it. If some people don't have money, you know what I mean? You can't replace your phone or whatever, or maybe you don't have the funds. Look, I get it. We've all been there, bro. We've all been on the broke end of the spectrum. We've all been on the making money. Oh my God, I never made this money in my life spectrum. We've all been in the middle. But don't put on your aviator glasses and show this and be like, I made $5,000 profit. Meanwhile, you're operating on a $20 fucking track phone. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Is a software which we're going to use today to essentially scan the barcodes of the products, and it's going to match them.
And what the fuck are you wearing on your feet, bro? You should be embarrassed. You should feel ashamed that you're wearing those fucking slides on your feet.
That product to a product on Amazon that we can sell. So we need that first and foremost. If you want to get a free trial and actually 50% off your first month, just check the link in the description where I have the link and the code for that, which makes life nice and easy. You can actually go to the shop for free without even paying for software because you got...
Says university. Sounds very suspicious. Yeah.
2 weeks off.
Seller suspicion. That's what the S says.
So I'm going to show you as an example how Seller Amp SAS works in practice. So as you can see, we have the app here that you would get on your phone, and essentially we want to click this scan button, and when we click this, we want to get our product. So for now, we're just going to pick up a random product. Let's take this one, for example, and we are going to get the barcode of the product here. As you can see there is our barcode, and we are going to scan the barcode. And as you can see, it scans it and it will load this page until it finds the product on Amazon. However, as you can see here, it didn't find the product, and that's not really something to be like, oh, you're doing something wrong. Sometimes this product just may not be on Amazon, and you just leave it at that. But you have a...
That's why I always use the Seller app, because even if it doesn't come up, I scan the image. I know you can scan the image now with Seller Amp. I know that, but I still always go to the base first.
Second option, if that does happen, because sometimes it does, and you might be wondering, how is this product not on Amazon? Maybe it's like a well-known brand. All you have to do...
Man got a DJI microphone. That's a $400 mic, $300 mic. All right, but he's got a $20 track phone in his hand.
Is in the search bar up here. We just want to type in the product name. So we'll get rid of the code and we'll just have a look at what this product is called again. So it's called Big Steps Baby Sensory Rattle Set. And you're just typing that in there and seeing it.
He's got that gold-plated Seiko watch, bro.
If it comes up, and then as you can see, it will load. Now, as you can see, is it actually coming up? I don't think so. So you can search through there, and if it's not there, then you just move on. But my point was going to say, one thing you need to be careful of is obviously when you're here, make sure that you have your 5G or you have a friend with you that you can hotspot. Because I remember back in the day when I used
5G, my man running on 3G with that phone. Shit.
To come here, it was so difficult. My Wi-Fi kept bugging out. Maybe even ask the shop people if they have Wi-Fi that you can use, because sometimes, obviously, if you're in a remote area.
Knowledge.
It's going to be difficult for you to scan and Seller Amp to come up. So remember that always as well. But this is how we use the scan feature on Seller Amp. Now, what types of products should we be focusing on? Well, as you just saw before, these products didn't come up on Amazon. Realistically, this brand isn't that big on Amazon. So one thing you want to look for are, one, products that you think you would have bought as a child if you're still young. If you're a bit older, think about what your kids like, and then go towards that. Go towards something that you think is selling on Amazon, because most of the time it will be. And then another thing is you want to be looking for stuff like this, where it says reduced price, or looking for sections of clearance. Remember, it's as simple as that.
Gotta do clearance. A lot of time, reduced price isn't gonna be worth it unless it's just like a hot item.
You want to be looking for clearance items, not stuff that's just normal price on the shelves. A lot of the time, if it's not a reduced,
but we call them like gold mines, right? When we can find a regular priced item and we can make profit on that, that to me is worth so much more, because you could go to any store, grab that item, and nobody else is going to be looking for it, because you know that it sells for a lot of money at full price.
Price, it will probably be the same price on Amazon, which means you won't make a profit. So we want to focus on products that have a decent markup, and then we can make a good profit. So for example, let's check Teletubbies, scan the item. So we'll grab this here. Now I know I said look for the stuff that's...
Bro, Teletubbies is still a thing? How old is this video? 6 months ago. But Teletubbies is still a thing? Huh.
Reduced, but I'm going to show you maybe an example of why we look for stuff that is reduced, because this is $29.99 and we are going to scan it with our app. So just make sure the barcode is there and hopefully it comes up for us. And let's see how much it is on Amazon. So it doesn't come up again. So in this instance, what do? We just search it up on our search bar. And this one is the 4-pack. So we'll just type it up. And as we can see, here is the set. This is pretty much the same thing. And if we click on there, one thing you want to look for on Seller Amp, it will come up with something called Quick Info. It will tell you your maximum cost that you need to get this item for. Now the maximum cost is the price we need to get the item for in order for it to meet our profit criteria. Now what is our profit criteria? You're looking for anything that gives you a 30% return and maybe £1 profit.
30% return I think is too low. You need at least 50%.
Especially if you're doing retail arbitrage. Because
dollar profit, don't waste your fucking time. $10 profit. Sometimes 7 or 8 depending. 5 is questionable. Never $1 profit. Never.
By the time you've gone out, you packed it and whatever, you need to make it worthwhile. Look at the max cost and then compare it to that on the shelf. As you can see, we couldn't find this item for a price, but one secret tip that I always do is if I can't find the item or it's not profitable here, doesn't mean I can't go and find that item elsewhere. So if it looks like a good product when I analyze the product, well then I can go and search for it online when I get back home. And that is another way where you can use this retail experience to find products online. So
like, what is SS University? Is that like Stupid Seller University? I'm being serious, like with all due respect, bro. What are we talking about here?
To that in, that's how I found one of my best products in Smith's. I just searched for it online and found it elsewhere. Or I actually found it online in more quantity. So let's say they only have 2 or 3 in stock here, search online, go to the other Smiths in the UK as well, go and travel. Once you find a winner, cling onto that and then see what you can do with it, rather than walking away like most people. Now I spoke about analysis. Let me actually show you how to analyze the product using Seller Amp. So what we still need to do, we need to make sure that we know if this is a product that we should say yes to or no to, even if it's on reduced. Sometimes there might be some things that means we can't sell it or some other things.
This is why a lot of sellers shouldn't be YouTubers.
Which is one thing you need to be very fast at, and you need to make an informed decision fast. So let's get straight into it.
Wait, what the fuck did he just say?
You need to be very fast at, and you need to make an informed decision fast. So let's get straight into it. Which is one thing you need to be very fast at, and you need to make an informed decision fast. So let's get straight into it.
Okay.
I hear it all the time. I'm not after.
Oh no. Oh no, is he one of those people that poses in front of the cars? Oh my God. Aren't you embarrassed?
The lifestyle, I'm not even bothered about the cars, the watches, the clothes. I just want freedom. The reality is, you clocking into your job every single day is not.
Did you see this fucking dude's phone? I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to it. Did you see his phone? And he's got the balls to make us think that's his car?
Not going to grant you freedom. So many people I know are getting made redundant in the wake of AI, companies cutting.
He's got a Samsung Galaxy fucking 3.
Down on cost because of the high taxes in the UK. The future is looking grim. Every day you let go by is another day that freedom is further away from yourself. Freedom isn't going to arrive straight away. But what I can promise you is 6 months, 12 months of dedicating yourself. This is what life could look like.
First month.
Bro, this is what I've been searching for, looking for these whack-ass resellers, bro. What the fuck is this shit, bro?
It's gone much better than I thought. Obviously, 25,000.
A book and a joke and a book and a joke and a joke and a book and a book.
It's a really good number first up.
Don't wanna brag, but a cheeky 2,000. What is kind of the next step for you? The next process is automation now, so I'm gonna try to automate the business.
For you, what are you looking to do next?
So after hitting a 5k month, I'm definitely aiming to hit a 10k month. Also hit probably 100k in sales, becoming VAT registered.
I've done £50,000 ever since starting, and for this month alone, I've done £7,000.
In 1 year's time, there's a life that is completely different to the one that you live right now. No restrictions, no constantly checking the bank balance, no asking how long your lunch break is, no asking if you can have a holiday. You decide for yourself.
Oh my God.
So
it's just booty cheeks, man. It's just complete booty cheeks.
As you can see, how do we analyze our products? Well, I'm going to show you. The first thing that we want to do is we want to check this.
Look, what do we got? $32.99 to make $7. Okay, that's maybe 50 plus a month though. Nah.
Eligibility part. So as you can see here, it says something about eligibility. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you're logged into your Amazon Seller Central, because this will either say yes or no. And this is the part where loads of people get so scared about doing this retail one, and they say, oh, but how can I give an invoice to Amazon? Because essentially Amazon don't accept receipts for brand approval. Now if you want to know a bit more about brand approval, I've got another video which is called How.
It's very important. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Sales is not profit.
to ungate products. Go and watch that video because it tells you a bit more about it, and then come back to this to draw all the pieces together, or go to the video afterwards. Now essentially, if it says no, what it means is that you need to get an invoice to send to Amazon to sell the product. But does that mean that we say no to a deal? No, because there's a deal going on. What we do is we pick up the stock, and then separately we go and get an invoice from elsewhere. So that's all that we need to do. So once we've done that, then like I said, it's not a big deal. If it says no, pick up the stock anyway, then go back home and find a way to ungate the product. And like I said, if you want to know how to ungate the product, literally just check my other video, which goes through it step by step, where to get your invoices from, how to.
And I noticed the weirdest shit. Like he's looking at the camera, but then he keeps looking. He's not built for this, because what he's doing is he's looking at the camera, but then he's looking like around to see if anybody's looking at him, because he's not fully confident in his message. He's nervous. He's nervous. If you look at him, look at his body language, he keeps looking away from the camera because he's trying to see if anybody's staring at him. You have to not give a fuck, and he cares, and you can see it.
Submit it to Amazon and how to get approved. Now, once we've done that, what we're checking now is we're checking things like the estimated sales. So we want to see, does this product sell? Another thing to check out for is the best sellers rank. Now, what this is, it says BSR here. That's essentially the ranking of the product
to see if
in the
anybody's looking at
category
him.
that it sells on Amazon. So for example, if a product has got a 1000 BSR, so this toy, Teletubbies, it means it's the 1000th best toy product.
You ain't built like that, bro. You ain't built like that, bro. You can see the fear in your eyes.
On Amazon. And what that means obviously is the lower the BSR, the better the product sells, okay? Because obviously if it's ranked better, it means it sells more. Now the number that you want to watch out for is anything under about 150,000 is okay to sell. Anything above there usually sells very, very slowly, and it's going to be stuck in Amazon for a while.
Not true. Depends on the category. It ultimately depends on the category. 150,000 in books is different than 150,000 in toys.
So I would avoid that when you're looking at the BSR. And like I said, the next part is your max cost, which tells you the maximum you need to buy it for in order to make your profit. And then you just fill in your cost price. So we found it for $29.99. Obviously, we're not going to be making any profit because Amazon take fees, etc. and so forth. Once we've done that, now what we're looking for is we want to check these alerts. So sometimes, by the way, if you have an alert that comes up like PL, so private label, or IP, just stay away from the product. You're essentially going to get in trouble. So avoid when it comes up like that and skip past it, okay? And again, if you want to know a bit more detail about the...
All I can see is how, look, he just keeps looking off camera. That's very annoying to watch a video like that, because I feel like he's not speaking to me. He's just talking to talk, and there's no meaning behind it. He's just recording it to get over with because he's looking to see if anybody's looking at him.
These alerts, check my 2-hour YouTube guide, which goes over it in a bit more detail. Now, the next part that's really important is having a look at...
The number one thing you need to have when you're a YouTuber is you have to have confidence. You need to stand on business, and you need to emote that confidence out to your viewers. You need to stand on business and have confidence.
At the sellers on this. So as you can see here, it says offers, and offers essentially means the number of sellers on the listing. Now you're looking at their stock and you're looking at how many of them essentially are on the listing. Now if they sell £10 more than what the competitive price is, so the price in bold is what price it's selling on Amazon, okay? So you only want to factor in people that are kind of selling around that price. So if we click load more, you know, realistically, you know, there's maybe 19, 20 people selling it at a decent price. Now they all have low stock, so you can still send the product in and just sit on it, for example, okay? Don't overcomplicate this part. Just maybe avoid listings where there's so many sellers compared to how many times it sells a month. I'd usually just avoid listings where maybe the sales per month is low, the sale price is low, and also there's like tons of sellers with high stock. If there's not really a lot of stock, the sales per month sells decently. Remember, you're only picking up like 2 or 3, so you'll sell through. You know, you're not buying thousands of quantity or high numbers, okay? So don't overcomplicate this part. Just buy it, sell it, and you'll be all right. And the last part that you're looking for are these graphs. So I'm kind of zooming in here. All you're really looking for in these graphs is to see the average price. So you kind of just want to run your finger along this pink line, which tells you the buy box price. Again, if you want to know a bit more about the buy box, watch the 2-hour guide. I won't go into crazy detail on this one. But essentially, if you run your finger along this line, which is the buy box, which is the price it sells on Amazon, you just want it to be somewhat consistent, okay? Now, like I said, the one thing that a lot of people do nowadays is they overcomplicate everything selling on Amazon. You're gonna learn more by sending stuff in, as long as you avoid certain things like the PL alert, the BSR being so high, you know, loads of stock on the listing, you'll be okay, okay? And as you can see here, you just wanna check maybe the last 3 months. That's the only really thing you're worried about in this instance. And the last thing that you wanna check, which is really, really important, is this pie chart here, so the buy box analysis. Now what this means is remember I said something about the buy box is basically how you get sales on the listing, okay? Now, you want this to be shared evenly or somewhat evenly amongst other sellers. True. So for example, if this pie chart here is totally full by Amazon or someone else, then don't sell it, okay? But if you can see that a slice of the pie has been taken by like a third-party seller, so for example, imagine the whole pie was Amazon and then a little bit of it was another seller, then you're good to sell. But imagine the whole pie was Amazon, then you would just avoid it, okay? But these are the products that are the best, where there's essentially a nice even share, because it means everyone's going to get sales. Hence why it doesn't matter that there's quite...
Is he in a Tesco? Is he in a Tesco or a Walmart? In the
few sellers, everyone's going to share, okay? So this is kind of your run through analysis. Now let's actually put this into practice by me showing you a few examples. To be fair, look at this, it's the same price, $34.99 on Amazon, $29.99 here. Now the rule of thumb usually is that realistically you want the product.
That's that trap phone, bro.
Be half the price. So if it's $34.99 on Amazon, like the max cost is pretty much half. £17, £18 is what you want to buy the product for, okay? So always looking for that half price deal to make a margin, yeah? Because Amazon take set amount of fees, like 30%, and then you want your margin to be maybe 20%, so obviously you need 50% reduction in order to actually make that 20% margin. Obviously they actually have clearance here as well. They've got all of these. I'll just find like a few good products, and then this is Brian, Nissan GTR, same price.
No fun.
Same price.
No Lego, no WWE.
Shit. The reality of this, you need to scan everything. So I used to come with a friend, like 2, 3 of us, we'd just be scanning, because most of the stuff's going to be rubbish, and that's where you have to have a good eye. So if it comes up, it doesn't come up, it has the PL alert, or the price is the same, just move on. Don't get disheartened. Put a timer on, do as many as possible, and you will get one. But you know, it's the disheartening part. A lot of people give up, unfortunately, and if you give up doing this, because this is a good entry level to the business, because there's a lot of no's. Now you're going to have the same thing when you do online arbitrage, when you do wholesale, when you do brand direct. It's the same thing. The volume you have to put in to get out is always disproportionate. Like, that's just how it is. That's just how business is in general. So this is a really good way for you to practice, get good at the skill, analyzing, hearing like, or seeing that most products are just rubbish. And because of that, you get all that out of the way so that when you're doing online arbitrage also, which again, I went through in the 2-hour free guide, I'll also be dropping a full guide on that.
Another one.
As well. It doesn't matter because you've been through this. So I think that's why I did so well, because I started doing all of this and then I was fine. All right, cool. We got this Mario. So again, let me just run you through the analysis again. So I'm gonna run you through the analysis on this product and just run you through analysis on loads of different products, because I think that's what you guys want. See, obviously we find something, but let's actually go through the analysis. So here you see unknown, we have the BSR is really, really high and the sales is unknown. So if the sales is unknown, then we check the BSR is 884K. It's not even gonna sell. So you literally put it back. By the way, guys, don't just throw the iron back there, put it back properly as well. And then that's it, stop there. You don't have to go down to the other sellers and this and the pie chart. It's not selling, so just move on, okay? And then we'll keep doing it with other products. So let's take, I know Five Nights at Freddy's can be quite good. So again, just scanning it. Let's see what comes up. I scan it again. This is $5.99. Also, this actually isn't bad if I change this to here. It's selling for $10.98 and it's $5.99. Now, if we put it in, we're not making enough profit. But one thing you can do is when we look at the other sellers, you know, if you were to hold your price, for example, all the way to $12.50, as you can see, click on live, and live will tell you how much stock everyone else has. And this guy has 168 in stock at $10.98. So if you wanted to hold your price at $12.50, I mean, the product only sells 100 times a month. So it's going to take forever for you to get the price at $12.50. And even at $12.50, I mean, it's like pretty much break even. So not worth it. But again, this is positive. 100 sales a month, not that many sellers, 14K BSR, and so forth. So then if you see something like that, which is somewhat positive, build on it. So now we know Five Nights at Freddy's could be good. So why don't you just now focus on this area? Just start scanning Five Nights at Freddy's products. And again, this one is $5.97, so that's fine. We just keep going. Look for anything like reduced price, anything down here I'm looking for. If not, then again, keep scanning it. So I would scan every single product here as much as possible. Grab this one, scan this. And again, scan this one. This is $5.99 again. Oh, so this one's actually profitable. So I've actually scanned this one. It's $5.99. Oh, we're actually making £2.53 profit, which isn't actually bad at all. $5.99, sells 100 times a month, $15.99. If we look at it, there's not a lot of stock of other sellers, so they've got 17, 12, 3, which is cool. So this is actually a good product, and it would make us £2.60.
He's just happy he found something with just a little bit of profit that he could be like, hey, this is a good product, right? No, it's not. It's fucking
3 per unit.
Acidic diarrhea, bro.
You know, I'd pick up maybe 10, 15 of these as much as possible. But the only thing is I've just scrolled down now and it shows that Amazon actually win the 30-day. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I think Amazon has sold out of this product. So if we look at the graph, I think Amazon sold out, which is why it's high. So this is where you can capitalize nice and fast. So I'd pick as many of these up. And what you'll probably notice is because this is a good product, I think there's only one of them. So again, it's a good lead. We've done our analysis. And if it's good, you can pick up what you can do.
Your analysis should have come to the conclusion that picking up 20 of them and making $45, $50 in profit to hopefully sell those at the price that you think you're going to, because Amazon is not static, it's liquid. So your prices might go up, you might go down, you might take a while, you might deal with storage fees, you're going to do a placement fees, inbound shipping costs, the cost of the box, the tape, the fucking label. I mean, there's just a lot of shit that people don't talk about. And they're sitting here telling you that $2 profit is worth it. These fucking people are retards.
Ask them if they've got any more. Go to any other Smiths if it's a really good product. And again, you can walk away with 20, 30 quid profit if you've got 10 of them, which is not too bad.
And that's why they sell fuck, man.
again, how long has it taken us? We've been in here maybe 10 minutes or something. Especially someone as a beginner, one, you're learning, and two, I mean, that's more than you'll earn from a job most 18 to 24-year-olds, let's say, and you've just done that in here. So you're getting hands-on practical experience, you're making a bit of money, and like I said, you're learning a lot of lessons.
With his whack ass slides, his gold Seiko watch, and his $20 trap phone, bro. Giving out bad information with his $300 DJI microphone.
Gonna apply when you're doing the big boy stuff.
And his rented car.
Like the online arbitrage, like the wholesale, like the brand direct.
Yo.
You're learning a lot of lessons that are gonna apply when you're doing the big boy stuff, like the online arbitrage.
Knowledge.
Yo, I can't deal with these motherfuckers, bro. Yo, imagine I pose in front of my Tesla like, yeah, I could teach you my course, my Discord, FBA for you, $2.60. I'm gonna buy 20 of them. Let's go. Fucking clowns, bro.
Like the wholesale, like the brand direct. As you can see, those are the points that we do when we analyze, and again, we found something, so that's good news. So I'm gonna summarize now, step by step, what you need to do to start making profit, selling on Amazon with a low budget and getting hands-on experience. So number one, select a retail park near to you so that you have multiple stores. Go into the first shop and make sure to have seller amp SaaS so you can scan your products. Look for...
Some resellers just should not be YouTubers. I know that they're trying to mean well. They just shouldn't. If they can't keep it real, they shouldn't sell the deal. That's it.
Clearance sections, or look for items that you would have found as, you know, a child, you would have liked, things that are popular. Look for it to be reduced price. Remember, number 4, that's quite an important thing.
You said Folex, not Seiko, Folex. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to insult Seiko. Seiko actually has some cool friggin' watches. Folex. We'll go with Folex.
Reduce price. And lastly, analyze the product and make sure to use the steps that we've used today to make an informed decision on whether you should buy the product or not. So this is exactly how you can start selling on Amazon with a low budget, doing it.
Fossil watch. Fossil. Remember Fossil, the brand Fossil?
During your day-to-day activities. Maybe you're a mother and you can do this when your kid is shopping, for example. We've got quite a few mums in the community, like one of the mums who's actually done her first £500 in sales already, and she is a mum and she does a lot of this when she's walking around. Shout out to FBA with shops. And if you're younger as well.
Look at the shoes, bro. What are we talking about? He must be like 5'4", and he needs like 3 inches to make him taller. That's probably why he wears them. He's probably like 5'4". You know what I mean?
And you want to get started with retail arbitrage, we have some other students in the community who are smashing it with retail arbitrage.
At least the socks are clean. Here in South Florida, the kids that wear those slides, yo, they usually have dirty ass socks, bro.
And doing decent numbers. So give it a go, get started, get stuck in, and you'll reap the rewards. Make sure to watch some of the other videos to grasp your knowledge.
Nah, bro, can't do it, bro. Bad advice, bro. Just bad advice. It's just not. They talk about this stuff because they just want to make a video. So anything that's going to be green or semi good, they're going to do it. Now listen to this. I'm about to show you guys arguably the GOAT. The GOAT. Mr. Reezy Resells. He would do book videos, buying used books, and then he was really into sneakers. He would buy sneakers at Marshall's, like we're talking like hundreds of pairs of sneakers. Like this guy, I think, got just about every single reseller back in 2018, 2019, at least thinking about reselling. But he did a video. And he sourced at Walmart. And Walmart wasn't really a place that he used to source back in the day, because he used to go to Marshall. He was a sneaker freak. He was always sourcing sneakers. This video that he did in Walmart is his top viewed video. $700 an hour at Walmart. Here's how I do it, retail arbitrage. This video came out 4 years ago and gave him 3.5 million views. 3.5 million views on long form content. Do you know how much money this video has probably generated him? And good for him. But it's funny that his biggest video was a place he never really filmed. I mean, if he went there, I don't know, but his biggest video is a store that he never really sourced at. And when he did, it became his biggest video. So I want to check it out. I want to check out what Resellers' biggest video was.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike Resendez. I go by Reezy Resells, and on my channel I teach people how to make a living selling on Amazon even if they don't have any money to start with.
Reezy Resells. Follow the hustle.
Now before we get into it, I want to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I grew up on food stamps. I'm a high school dropout. I don't come from money. I had a rough childhood, and yet
I will tell you that Reezy uses every opportunity to spit his story. And I get it because it's so relatable. It is. It's relatable. You don't realize what people go through on the back end. Right? We just see people at face value. He has an interesting story for sure.
Yet I've still sold nearly $10 million on Amazon, and I started that all with $5. What you're going to see in this video.
Damn, he beat me, bro. I thought I started the lowest. He started with $5. I started with $8.
Video is me making $700 in 3 hours buying new products from Walmart and then selling them on Amazon for profit. This process is called retail arbitrage, and it can be quite profitable. You're also going to learn a bit about Amazon's third-party fulfillment service, Fulfillment by Amazon, otherwise known as FBA, and why it's the best thing ever. Now, there is just one thing we need to touch on before you're off to the races and running, and you need to understand that Amazon will not let new sellers sell any product they want. As a new seller, unfortunately, a lot of products are going to be restricted, and you're not going to be able to sell them on Amazon unless you get approval from Amazon. This approval can be extremely hard for new sellers to get, but there is a way around it, and if you stay to the end, I'm going to share a huge secret with you that's going to allow you to get approved to sell almost any brand you want to sell on Amazon.
All right, now I hope that Reezy doesn't disappoint us with the products.
Approved. That's enough of me talking. Let's go make some money. All right, so headed into Walmart.
Let's go.
Surprise, I ended up in the Lego aisle.
4 years ago, you can see how the gates were still up and everything. This man must be in the hood, bro. They got the Legos locked up behind glass. You know what that means.
First things first, I started looking for hidden clearance. That's when you use the Walmart app to scan items to see if the price is lower than the tag actually shows on the shelf. You can find some really cool stuff like that. We didn't actually find any, but we did find some Lego Friends sets that I had actually sold before, and I'm using the Scoutify 2 app to...
So Scoutify 2 used to be the standard back in the day. Scoutify 2 used to be the standard because it would link up with its sister company, Inventory Lab. So Inventory Lab would put out Scoutify 2, and it would cost $50 a month, and that was the standard.
Look those up right there. We also found some Star Wars sets, which I didn't show in the video, but this is actually the email that I got from previous sales of that Lego Friend set, so that's pretty cool to have that reassurance. We also grabbed a few of the Gujitsu figures here. Nothing big, they're $10. I think we made $3 profit on each one. The last thing we ended up picking up were these Cutters youth football gloves.
Now, listen, normally I cut people down. I'm like, $3 profit? What the hell are we talking about? But back then, 4 years ago, $3 profit was a better margin than today's $3 profit. There were less fees. Amazon's fees were lower. Their prepping fees were lower. There were no inbound placement fees. Like $3 was a good profit.
Gloves. They didn't have the largest demand. There was a few different sizes, but the markdown was significant. So we scooped those up, threw those in the cart. When we left, we ended up spending just under $1,100, and then we were on our way home. All right, so that was an hour and a half of work at Walmart to make $700 profit. And I know what you're thinking, and you're right. I didn't act.
But he had Legos in the back. He didn't show that though. I think he might be gatekeeping.
Actually really make that money yet because I didn't sell those products yet. And
see? Thank you. He says it. I didn't actually make that money because I didn't sell the product yet.
So technically, it's expected profit, not profit. And in order to realize that profit, we have to process that inventory and send it off to Amazon FBA where it can sell and ultimately fulfill its destiny to become dollars in your bank account.
I'm rich, boyo. Rich.
You guys ready to head down to the garage and do this work? All right, you are? All right, let's go. All right, welcome to the garage. Now it's time for the fun part. We got to list all of the items that we purchased into inventory.
Wait, was that all 3 minutes? He sourced for 3 minutes? I hope he sources again.
Lab, a service that we use with a barcode scanner. We're going to print out labels, we're going to box it up, we're going to send it to Amazon. This is all the necessary stuff that you have to do after buying the inventory if you want to be an Amazon seller and make money. And it's honestly, it's probably going to be a little bit boring, but if you want to learn this stuff, stay tuned. Let's get to work. This is a very simple, basic garage workstation that I have set up here. I got a laptop, nothing fancy, 8 gigabytes, Windows 10. I got a USB barcode scanner. It's like a $20 joint. I have it on continuous scan, so I can just put barcodes under it when I need it. Don't worry about the mess over there. This is mostly like supplies and stuff. But over here, we've got the products that we purchased. We have the Gujitsu figures, the TIE Fighters, the X-Wings, the Friendship Bus, and a lot of those football gloves. So first thing we're gonna do is make a new batch in Inventory Lab, and I'm actually gonna list
old school Inventory Lab, man. Inventory Lab used to be the standard. It used to be the standard. It's nostalgic actually listening to all these like past apps, Scoutify 2, Inventory Lab. This is what we were so familiar with prior to COVID.
these things in different batches because I want to make.
And this was during COVID, I think, 4 years ago. So 2022, this was like kind of the tail end of it.
What is known as a case packed shipment. So we're going to start off with our first shipment. We're going to put the barcode into the search field up there and we are going to scan it. Then you're going to press select. You can actually see a little bit of information about the product there. We're going to scroll down to total quantity here. We're going to put 4 because we have 4 of them. Right here it says average cost per unit. We're going to put $9.99 because that's what we paid. For supplier, we're going to put Walmart. That's the store that we purchased it from. Also, there's the purchase date here. It's already filled out as January 30th. And then you can see the SKU that it builds here.
See the shipping rate? I was talking about this in another video. How when people get confused, they think that shipping these items, we have to pay $5, $6, $7, $9, like as if I'm shipping it from point A to point B, but I'm shipping it into Amazon. So see how that shipping rate is 24 cents, rate of 35 cents per pound. That's how your shipping is calculated when you ship into Amazon.
Is relevant to that. It says the date, then it has your supplier, then it has the sales rank, then your cost, and then a random number at the end just to differentiate everything. Over here on the side, you can actually see the different offers and how you would actually price the item. You can see that the lowest FBA offer is $19.99, and then the next one is $20.52. And if you click on that price, it puts it down here into the calculator. And if we list it for $19.99 and we paid $9.99, it looks like our profit down here is going to be $3.28, or an ROI of almost 33%, which is not bad. And I actually like to price my FBA items a little bit higher.
And back then it was okay.
Than what the current market is right now, considering we're going to ship them in and it's going to be a day or 2 or 3 before they even get there, and who knows, maybe even a few more days before Amazon receives them and then they're able to be sold to customers. For now, we're going to put this one at $21.99 and I'm going to put my minimum price at $19.99 for now, which is actually the lowest current price, and that's basically $20 profit right there. Let's go over here and press add to batch. Our stickers should be coming out right here. When you put the stickers on the items, Amazon wants you to cover up the barcodes. You have to make it so that their employees can't actually.
And now Amazon, you are required to prep your own items. Amazon will not prep them for you.
Actually scan one of the toys barcodes. And when you get those done, put those to the side and then process the next unit. We're gonna kind of move the process along here. It's all the same basically. As you know, we purchased a bunch of these gloves. Every one of them has one of these little yellow stickers and they don't really come off very easy. So we're gonna have to use a heat gun to take these off. This is the heat gun. Ideally, I like them with a little stand, but they have a couple settings. It's basically a really hot hair dryer. First, we're gonna set this thing to low and we're gonna be careful not to damage the product or the packaging.
Yeah, because you could leave burn marks. You could leave burn marks on them. So just be careful when you're doing it against, especially against like cardboard or paper. Heat guns work really good, like against wax. What do you call it? Wax covered boxes or like porcelain or dishes or hard surfaces.
Packaging can melt or the product can melt. You need to be very careful of that. You can see the sticker changes because these are thermal stickers, so it's reacting to the heat. So the darker it gets, you know, the hotter it is. So then we're gonna turn this off, get our tool, and just get to scraping, get to the edge of it.
They call that a Scotty peeler. That little tool he's using is called a Scotty peeler.
Usually when you get it up, you can just pull the rest of it off. This might take a while. We're gonna need a little coffee break. Ah, that's great. It's also a little hot. All right. Nothing like de-stickering 50 items. Austin, you get those clearance tags picked up? Now that we got all of these stickers off, we're gonna list it into Inventory Lab. What are you looking at? Now it's time to list all these items into those clearance tags, man. They just stick to everything. I don't know what happens sometimes, man. Static electricity. We got the gloves separated into 4 different piles. Let's go ahead and scan one. The current low price is $19.94, and if we list them for $19.94, the profit is gonna be $6.58. And I'm actually fine with that, but I'm still gonna price up higher just in case those offers sell out while these are inbound. For these ones, we didn't get stickers. You can see it actually says no label. Amazon's not requiring us to label these ones because.
So this was good back in the day. So Amazon, not too long ago, because they just started in January that you had to prep and label your own stuff. sometimes Amazon would allow you to send products in with the actual manufacturer's barcode, so you didn't have to prep it. They would just use the barcode that the product had, which was super helpful.
Because we do commingled inventory. Now that everything is listed into this shipment in Inventory Lab, we're gonna actually upload it to Amazon and create the Amazon shipment. More fun stuff, let's get into it. We're gonna press review batch, then we're gonna press submit, and you can see it's telling us all these different locations that it wants to send stuff. We're gonna say, go ahead, send products, sync feeds. Now on this screen, you can see these are the actual shipments we're gonna be creating in Amazon from Inventory Lab. So we're just running through here and clicking create shipment, and then it's saying, do you wanna create this shipment? And you say yes, and then that's when it actually talks to Amazon and then creates the shipment, and you'll see these shipments here in a second. Yep. Each one of these is gonna be a separate set of boxes or shipments that are going to different Amazon FBA warehouses. You can actually see the warehouse codes here on this side and how many units are going to be in that shipment. Once all of the shipments are completed, you're going to actually click on the bottom down here, complete and close batch. Boom, bottom, done. Now we're in the shipping queue on Amazon, and we can see the shipments that are over here with the orange marks that say work on shipment. I like to start with the biggest shipment, make a box, take the products, put them in the box. Now we're going to add a little bit of packing paper just to the top or bubble pack, get it taped shut. There you go, that's the box. Let's weigh it out. 5 pounds, 8 ounces, that means it's 6 pounds. In step 3, after you choose everything in one box, go to the right side, put in the box weight, 6 pounds, put in the box dimensions. You don't really have to measure it, you can just estimate it, but if you don't feel comfortable, go ahead and measure it. And we're going to continue, you press confirm. Now it says it's gonna charge us $5.30 for those 6 pounds. It's not 50 cents a pound.
Where can you ship something anywhere for $6? That's 6 pounds. Where? That's cheaper than first class mail.
But it could be a lot more. It's not terrible, right? So ideally you want to make shipments that are heavier per box, like up to 40, 45 pounds. That way you get a better rate. So we're going to accept these charges, and you get 2 labels. You got your UPS postage label and you have your Amazon box label. So put the UPS label on one side and then put the Amazon label on the other side, and then the item is ready to be dropped off at a UPS store or handed off to a UPS man. Make sure you get a receipt when you drop off your FBA shipments. That way you can prove that you actually gave it to the
That's something that a lot of people don't do. They drop their shipments off at the UPS store and they don't get the receipt. And when it comes time to when they lose it, all you have is that receipt. And if they're gonna ask for it, and if you don't have your receipt, you're screwed. Screwed.
UPS store. Also, if you're reusing a box, make sure that you cover up any other previous addresses or anything so that the box doesn't actually come back to you. Had it happen a bunch of times. First shipment done. We're gonna set that to the side. There's actually one more thing. You actually have to click complete shipment here at the bottom and then click mark as shipped. And then we can actually close that tab and start working.
Is he gonna do any more sourcing though?
Working on the next shipment. So one shipment is all 5 friendship buses. We could pack this in with paper or bubble or whatever. It's just not as secure or fast as cutting it down. So real quick, you're just gonna take your knife, put it into the corner as close as you can get, and you're gonna cut the corner upward. Yep. Cut upward from the corner. That's right? Over here.
Make it nice.
Because there's a gap right here on this side, we're not gonna fold it on this side first, we're gonna fold it on this side first. So we're gonna fold against the product, all right? We're gonna create that nice fold. And now that we have this cardboard here to support this side, we can get a nice fold there. Perfect. And then down here on the other end, we actually don't even need all of this cardboard. We can cut some of this cardboard out if we want. Be careful. This is not something that I recommend for beginners to do, but if you hold it nice and tight, you can cut a nice perfect piece through the one layer of cardboard, and then they fit together nice and perfectly. And then just tape it as usual. Let's go to the last. These 4 are so small, I'm actually just gonna throw these in a bubble mailer. So this one actually only weighs 11 ounces. For this 1 pound package, we're gonna pay $4.51. This is the Inventory Lab summary of the shipment we just submitted. Total sales value is $2,500. The buy cost is $1,100. Total net profit is just under $700, which is not bad for a few hours out shopping at retail stores. $4.50 a pound is not what you want to pay. If you know the tips and tricks that I'm about to tell you in the next section, you can pay as little as 50 cents a pound, even as low as 6 cents a pound, because $4.50 a pound is just ridiculous.
Hey, welcome back to the studio, guys. For the most part, our work is done, and that's the beauty of Amazon FBA. Now, one of the tricky things when making Amazon FBA shipments, and you may have noticed that in the video in the garage, is called split shipments or splits. Basically, what happens is we tell Amazon, hey, I have 23 of these things to send to your FBA warehouse, and they say, sure, send 10 here, send 10 over there, and send 3 over there. And the problem is that 3-unit shipment is very light, and we're not going to be able to get an optimum per pound inbound shipping rate for that 3-unit shipment. Fortunately, there are a few things you can do to combat this, and I'm
now listen, anything he says going forward, I don't know if you can apply it to today. So let's see, because again, this was made 4 years ago. We're just looking at his most popular video.
to share those with you guys now. Number 1, send larger shipments. Bigger shipments are proven to get much less splits than smaller shipments, and the splits that they do get are much more manageable because they are larger themselves. For example, you could have 60 units and Amazon might ask you to make that into 6 shipments. But if you had 600 units, Amazon might ask you to make it into 2 shipments, one 400 unit shipment and one 200 unit shipment. And that would not only save you a lot of money on your inbound shipping costs, but it would save you a considerable amount of time in building those 2 much larger shipments. 2, adjust your item quantities in your shipment. Amazon allows you to change the quantities plus or minus 5%, so take advantage of this to consolidate your random loose items into single shipments and maybe even potentially delete shipments you don't need to send in because it was just 1 unit and you can send that unit over there in that shipment that already has that unit. 3,
facts. I've done that so many times. I've had to go in, delete shipments, put it in another shipment. I'm telling you.
Knowledge. And this is my favorite tip for this section. That is make case-packed shipments. Now, the cool thing here is that there's no fixed definition of what a case is, so we get to define this each time we make a shipment to Amazon FBA of a specific product. For example, let's say you have 30 of an item and you can fit 10 in a box, and that box weighs 40 pounds, which is a good inbound shipping rate. In this scenario, you would send in a case-packed shipment that had a box configuration of 10 units per box, and you would send in 3 boxes. Now, Amazon might still decide to send each one of those boxes to a different warehouse, but at least we still get to control how many go in a box, which also means we're controlling the weight and gives us a lot of control at what we're going to pay for our per pound inbound shipping rate. Now,
this man's breaking it down. This is a great video because a lot of the stuff he's saying can be used today, but selectively, right? Because there are different programs, there's different softwares, there's different fees, but generally,
knowledge. Not to mention, case-packed shipments save you so much time because if you have dozens of the same item or even hundreds of them, you can set up a box configuration and you can make shipments very, very fast. Now, tip number 4 is to utilize Amazon's inventory placement service. Amazon's inventory placement service allows you to send your units to,
which they don't really have this now. You're pretty much forced into any shipment you send FBA is automatically a placement because you get a placement fee for sending it there. So there's no way to avoid this part.
A warehouse that you specify.
Before it used to be an option. Now you will get feed.
That is near you, but before you get super happy about it, you need to know that it does cost 30 cents a unit and it is not an option for all product categories on Amazon. So depending on what
now it's not an option to opt out.
You sell on Amazon, it may not even be an option for you. Wow. So if you've made it this long in the video, I truly appreciate you. Please smash the like button because I am about to drop the super banger nugget that you have been waiting for. The last tip I have for you is how you can get approved to not only sell toys on Amazon, but how you can get approved to sell Lego and lots of other big name toy brands on Amazon.
Here's a nugget, right? If you ever wanted to get approved with Legos, think outside the box. I actually got approved to sell Lego through books, a Lego book. There it is. I know I've said it in the past, but I've got ungated to sell Lego by buying Lego books and submitting that invoice. Think outside the box, bro. Think outside the box.
It's actually way easier than you think. What you're going to want to do is set up an account with a company called EE Distribution. This is a very large, reputable company, and they're not going to do business with a random person who wants to sell some crap to get approved to sell on Amazon. Make sure your business is registered with all the official channels necessary, and you have all the proper business documents you need before you contact EE Distribution to get your wholesale account set up. And please, don't make your account inquiry from your Hotmail. Get a real domain email address, maybe even set up a one-page website for your company.
I mean, I like Gmail. Shout out to Gmail. I like Gmail. Everybody has Gmail. I feel like it's standard.
Now, when you contact EE Distribution, be professional. Do not lead with you're an Amazon seller and you need to get a...
Never lead with I'm an Amazon seller. You just tell them what you're trying to do, how you can do it, and you only answer questions that are asked. And one thing I've always said is never volunteer information. Just never do it.
Approved and you want to get ungated. They don't know anything about that and they don't actually care. And you might be shooting yourself in the foot because they might charge you more when they find out you're an Amazon seller. That's probably not going to come back to buy more stuff from them because they know they're being used. I'm not telling you to lie. If they ask you if you sell on Amazon, you can tell them you sell on Amazon. Now, once you get your account...
But never volunteer information. Never.
setup, you're going to want to order 10 quantity of an item that you're...
And we've already gone through that in other videos, that the 10 quantity thing is no longer. Now they're asking for 100, 200, 300. So this is, it's not bad information. It's just outdated information because this video is 4 years ago.
Restricted to sell on Amazon, and when you get your invoice, you can submit that to Amazon to get approved to sell that brand. They will most likely turn you down when you submit your invoice, and that is just because their system is entirely automated. Continue to submit that same invoice again and again until it works. And remember, we're ordering this stuff to get approved to sell on Amazon, not necessarily to make a profit. So don't try to find a certain item that's going to make you a lot of profit from EE distribution. Focus on products that are not going to cost you a lot, like a keychain or some very small apparel item that preferably has a large demand, so that when you get it, you can sell it very quickly. You might lose 15 or 25% of your capital, but at least you got most of it back, and now you're approved to sell that brand on Amazon. Now, for a super duper pro tip for those of you that stayed all the way to the very, very end, when you place your order for your item to get ungated from EE distribution, don't just order a Lego item. Order a Star Wars Lego keychain. Why? Because you can not only double dip, you can triple dip on that invoice. You can submit that invoice one time to get ungated in Lego, then you can submit it again to get ungated in Star Wars, then you can submit it again to get ungated in Disney. Now, if you guys aren't going to like or subscribe after that pro tip, I really don't know what's going to win you over, but I promise you, I'm going to keep trying. So if you're interested and you need more info on Amazon, please click the link down below in the...
That's why that was his best video. I mean, that was a great video. 4 years ago, that was a great video. It did everything it needed to do. It explained, but I do wish there was more. I wish there was more sourcing in that video. For sure. Let me see. Oh, these are gonna these are all gonna
been a growing number of
these are all going to, well, all right, gang, I'm gonna head out of here. It's been a pleasure. Loved hanging out with y'all. Until next time, I gotta get on the grind gaming, man. I haven't played Dragon Quest in a minute, and we're gonna make that happen. You guys all have a good night, man. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, whatever you're doing. And go check out the newest video that we uploaded. I'll see you on the next one.